Now we voice, now we power. True video go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. True media radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey Friday, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio, true PJ.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
True big and no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Mina Yusuf Jallo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Natu de las.
Well, me fancy anyway for do what you say no more. Hallelujah.
Truth media.
Truth
Media. Yes, you. Truth media. How join and Truth media.
Truth media.
Aha. Say unala we dey watch Truth media.
Me watch you.
Unala we dey listen to Truth media.
Now listen June.
Unala listen to Truth media.
Now listen to so media.
No, Truth. You don't have the Truth there.
Okay, Truth.
Unala we dey listen to Truth media.
Now listen to so media.
Truth media.
Media. Very no bad. Nasa anybody Salomon. Yeah, they live for the people them for do any business for do some. Yeah, they live in the office. It's not bad. Any business for do some, I do strive for make any students them anyway for make or the confusion or the education, anybody for learner, anybody for prepare, any song if for the anybody.
Ayo Nyabone se wo matonya ye pe gbo era we Tonya ye pe gbo era ngatu aya gbo ngbe ka wa to mi na ni FM we Tonya ye pe gbo wo era me ngatu aya gbo ngbe sa wa to mi na ni FM Tamianga tu atonya ye pe gbo era we anya boda tonya ye mi aloma tonya ye le mi amome ya bone jagbe nya le de jati anya le dwe mi do onya gongo lo tonya ye pe gbo era we mi atanu isi vena na bolo abo mi do eva anya boda je pe gburu abo mi wa bi do tonya ye pe gbo era Amiaga tole apapa goti talo ba pepe nebe da pene gbenugo ma o aya gbogbe cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede bede amukeni mo ya de skini mo ni da keza keza me e bi lo to me gbo Amiaga pinga e Ayo Nyabone se wo matonya ye pe gbo era we Tonya ye pe gbo era ngatu aya gbo ngbe za wa to mi na ni FM we Tonya ye pe gbo wo era me ngatu aya gbo ngbe za wa to mi na ni FM Tamianga tu atonya ye pe gbo era we anya boda tonya ye mi aloma tonya ye le mi amome ya bone jagbe nya le de jati anya le dwe mi do onya gongo lo tonya ye pe gbo era we mi atanu isi vena na bolo abo mi do eva anya boda je pe gburu abo mi wa bi do tonya ye pe gbo era Amiaga tole apapa goti talo ba pepe nebe da pene gbenugo ma o aya gbogbe cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede bede amukeni mo ya de skini mo ni da keza keza me e bi lo to me gbo Amiaga pinga e
It's beautiful people.
Beautiful country with beautiful people indeed. Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9. Today is Thursday, the 4th day in the month of June. Yeah, it's June. Yeah, June is my birthday month actually. So yeah, what it's a month where then they raise awareness for men's mental health as well. We're forgetting conversation and dinner, yeah. Man then can go through a lot and we hardly talk about them. But good morning and welcome. How's your morning? It rained heavily yesterday and it was cold, when the drive go up, you see the weather, it was very cold, and this morning as well, it clear skies, but it's kind of cold as well. But hope everybody's safe. We're in the rains already. We're inside the rain season, and we ever talk to meteorological agency for look at which how we for expect rains, and also talk to the National Disaster Management Agency. Before now, they do them be the clear gutters as well as Freetown City Council as well. So we're forgetting conversation and because we're already there in the rains. Tomorrow a wall environment day as well. And keeping the environment safe and protecting the environment, conservation and all of that. So we're forgetting conversation and day. But good morning, I hope you sleep well. And you do fine this morning. Thanks for joining us. We want to say thanks to Allah for keeping us safe and keeping us alive. It's a blessing as always for sleep and wake and able to come here and can continue for do the people's work. We are as well. It's always a pleasure for no say you get a community where you wake up with and they really start the morning with, and people they look forward to us starting here, and people we always they get connected with free. And we thank God for that, and we need to take that for granted. We appreciate our time, and we appreciate that we rely on we, for information and also the conversation they would get. Good morning and welcome, and thanks for joining us. If you listen to me on 103.9 FM or partner radio stations, them good morning. If you watch you on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, good morning as well and welcome. You there home, they ready to picking them or getting yourself ready to go to work. Good morning. You still in a bed, they scroll your phone, they listen to it through radio, or you didn't bike, keke, you they drive, you didn't put a taxi. Either way, good morning and thanks for joining us. I want to say very good morning to all we listeners, we viewers, especially na the diaspora. I want to say very good morning to na people na the UK, na Europe, na Asia, na the US, people na other African countries, we they watch we people na the Middle East as well. One for say very good morning. I know Salon gets some huge community na Dubai, na UAE. One for say very good morning to na, and thanks for joining us this morning. It is a pleasure as always for coming and do the people's work, and we pray that Allah will continue for give you the strength so that we will continue for do this together, for empower ourselves with information, knowledge and awareness, for understand say this is the land of milk and honey, as Mikoto DJ Bass used to say, and the time now, if you not get sense, if you not get awareness, you don't need for live, you just need for die. At this age and time, this dispensation of AI technology, if you're in a person who not get awareness, you're in a person who not understand, say, you get something for add value to now this nation, and we can do better. You can hold people accountable. You can contribute to national development. You not get reason for live. Just die one time. And I saw DJ Bass. Good morning, DJ Bass. Hope you do fine, Koto. I can see where you can do the math. This Benz I see not so you go market. You sell it and go market. You can do the math. And until people start to do that, then you understand things are tough. Sometimes when you talk, people can think say you just want to say it, but it's tough. Imagine, you were able to get for go market, able to buy certain things. Until you could buy fine fish, you could buy even all that meat for add pan the plazas and all that. But imagine people who don't have jobs, people really struggle for their livelihood, people that they earn even maybe reach the minimum wage. Imagine how then they carry their life. Imagine how then they live. Imagine how then they able to take care of themselves and their family, how then they feed themselves every day. Imagine how then they take care of their health care. If they get sick for good drug, imagine almost then they pay transport. And make we get them small office them where people and they work for we need to get compassion. We need to get sorry heart. Because when you check almost with the pay people them and then standard of living, how then they live out the economy, inflation and all that, you they get to understand say because when you bring that amount this until you pay person at the end of the month, if you check your own expenditure, you're not going to spend the same rate, but if you check, you're able to understand say no, this amount actually not so living wage. It's not a living wage. Imagine teachers are paid 2,000, how many hundred? People and who they work, they are paid 800. It's tough. So we all forget compassion. We forget sorry heart. People where they work for we sometimes we for understand and look them and see how we can help. It's tough. It's tough for we all, but it's tough. It's tough. Imagine people who don't get job. People who get job, they struggle for survive. Imagine those without jobs. Where I can see the woman and they sweep up here every other morning. I can say, my God, every early morning, man, I see them. And I understand. I look at them and say, these possibly are the breadwinners of their families. Now then they take care of, maybe they get picking. It's tough. And we all can make this place a better place. It's the land of milk and honey. It's the land with mineral wealth. It's the land whose side we don't see other people and don't come, then join politics and they survive and flaunt and live lavish life. We finance their lifestyle. They finance their lifestyle. There's so much for all of we for survive, for able to live a better life. We just need the right leadership. Just need people with compassion. Because like I said yesterday, even when we get political power, if you don't create systems, you go always stay under pressure. Because they will give everybody job. You go always stay under pressure, now your community, now your family, now your political party. But where there are opportunities, usai everybody get this assurance, say, yeah, me if I learn something, I go survive inside this system. Jobs and day, wallahi, you not go there under pressure. You not go there under pressure. But now the conversation and we need for begin gets now. We need for move beyond just for singing and dancing for people. We need for ask ourselves how politics they benefit with life. The people them who they sing and dance for, how them decision, them policies, them programs, how will they change your life, how will they change your picking in life, how will they change your standard of living, how will they give you more hope, say things will get better. Also for belong to them political party, and almost say because na dem granny been there, na dem grandpa been there, or na me young brother there. You go come, you enjoy what you enjoy, but you get millions of other people. Maybe within even your family, you get people them we not get opportunities. Because your brother not able to give it all. Sometimes if your brother don't give you, you get other 100 people away now in bobo them, you get for take care of the one and the back. But where there are opportunities, you brother there, you brother not there, you survive. You survive. The system works. We have people who have compassion, because only compassionate leaders, people with compassion, Now then they feel for other people and realize, say, it's not just about them. It's about how they do things that will benefit everyone. Let us pray this morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. But let's start the devotion with prayers. We pray for ourselves. Pray for we leaders them. Pray for we country. Pray for we self as a people. Let God make we better people. Let we able get the understanding and the wisdom for do waiting right and avoid waiting wrong. Because we all for realize we get a role for play for make this country go before. In whatever capacity we do, whether in public service, in private sector, in the public space, you know, a tire-based chairman, you know, a cheerleader in a market, we all have a role to play in making this place a better place. Let us pray. Join us in prayers this morning.
Bismillah, salatu salam ala rasulillah. Nahmadu wa nasta'inu wa nastaghfiru wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. We recognize Allah as the master, as the provider, and as the greatest of judges. We ask Him for protect we as we don't protect one them before we. We ask Him for guide we as we don't guide one day before we. We ask Him for make we stand for the truth as we don't help other people in the past for stand for the truth. We recognize Him, say na in na the master, na in na the giver, na in na the protector. And we will continue to recognize Him until the day we go meet Him. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا أتمم لنا نورنا لا بعد إذ هديتنا إنك لأنت الوهاب. اللهم رب العزة عما يصفون الصلاة والسلام على المرسلين وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.
We give you glory, we give you honor, we give you adoration. We tell you, Boku, thank you for this land. We tell you, thank you for Mama Sarah Leone. We tell you, thank you for the peace in this nation. We tell you, thank you for the love in this nation. We tell you, thank you for how far you see we through in this nation. Father, we want to appreciate you. We give you all the glory, all the honor, all the adoration. Papa, we tell you, thank you for the leaders. We tell you, thank you for the government. We pray that you give them knowledge and understanding, more wisdom for rule this country in the name of Jesus. Father, we pray that this country will grow more than I ever did before in the name of Jesus. Papa God, we pray for creative idea for this nation, for understanding of this nation, for blessings in this nation, for the peace in this nation. Father, we want to give you glory, we want to give you honor, we want to appreciate you, Papa. Take over this land, this land, this land, this land. We decree and declare that this land will rule by you alone, Jesus. We rest for your name. We give you glory, we give you honor. We forgive you honor. We for appreciate you in this nation. Papa, we tell you boku thank you. We appreciate you. We give you glory and honor. We tell you thank you for this nation. We tell you thank you for we lives there. We tell you thank you for the nation. We tell you thank you for Mama Salon. We tell you thank you for Sierra Leoneans there. We tell you thank you for the government. We tell you thank you for the everything we did do in this land. We give you honor and adoration. We worship you for that you be. For in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen and amen.
Oh, so we done the cry for so long. Papa, do ya we done the pray. So today, the time don't come for make you answer. We tire for past being do. Papa, do ya sorry for it? Because we sense the nonsense. If we not get you presence, and if we been get drunk, we for don't fet for ourselves, but we not able, now you capable for pull we pandiskulala. then they press it. Do ya, we need the pen for done. We done the kite. Do ya, just make the rain for them. Can't help we laugh, so we go rise. Let we not suffer for the one them, where they dwell the country with their hand. We leaders them, please guide them. Make them do good things from make we stand. For the land where we love, we sweet alone. Oh, we dey pray. One talk, then they watch we by the eye. Papa do ya pull we panchebo. Now for put some months on we case. Lemon, let's come on now we hey. Do one for we picking them all.
Indeed, Papa, do and for we picking them. If not for anything, we will get opportunities and now for serve in different capacities. We need to do things for our children, for other people them picking them, for generation where they come. Like I always say, we have an opportunity now. Well, I don't know when last we get them after the war. Forget this number of young people in different public institutions, the judiciary, parliament, local government, cabinet. You get the president within in 60s. Man, we actually will not live for, well, if we live for 40 years more, we're in with 40s. If we live for 40 years more, it's 80. Well, but yeah, you get a lot of young people, people within them in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s, you know, and we are deciding for this nation in different ways. You get people in business, a lot of young, bustling young people within in the private sector. You get a generation of young people where they fit for do something, whether in a restaurant, whether in a online business, whether na dressing and deeper. You get a lot of young people, whether na the creative sector, get a lot of young people who are involved in a lot of things and they try for create, try for make things work. And collectively, we will take advantage of this opportunity and talk to ourselves. Tell ourselves, say, yeah, people don't make mistakes. Things will have gone bad. But we have an opportunity now for see ourselves as one. We definitely will have our differences. People will disagree with things you say. People will think you should have said it another way. People will disagree with you because you're in another political party. People will disagree with you because sometimes on ideology they not align. But there's no reason for us to hate ourselves. Disagreement is allowed for in politics. We definitely for disagree. If we not disagree in politics, in democracy, in governance, then now who's be like business? Now being one person no more good. When you say yes sir, no, it doesn't work that way, and it shouldn't work that way. We for disagree respectfully, and make we points them known. We disagree for agree for the good of this country. Because we all get one objective. We all forget one aim. The big picture. The bigger picture is Sierra Leone. Not to anybody individual interest. Because if you better, you make yourself stay. If you get all what you want, you still get people that live in poverty around you. And the country not they you never begin worry how much for invest per electricity now you owe safe per solar. You never worry about that. You never worry about digging borehole. You shouldn't. Because if you get, you never no get, na crisis so na problem. If you never no get water, na you no more get water, then go they can wake you in the morning. Say, I remember how they grow up na Kishi, you get neighbor they we get pump na they house. Early morning now they go wake them because they go find water. Or they go find water. If you never get, you no get, na problem. You go always there under pressure. But if at least you never get that basic things where it not go be a burden on you, everybody will live happily. Everybody will live happily. I think that is what religions actually talk about. Making say heaven, in my own interpretation of heaven, is actually a place outside everybody they live happily. People then get waiting for eat. You get decent. I remember, all the government, me get that book, my book of Bible story, then get them picture, and then they show you how heaven turn. You got them Jehovah Witness them, then get them book level, then they pass and get around. And then they show you how heaven turn, you they see the place clean, everybody they live happily, food they and all. That's how humans should live. That's literally how we all for able live. We all not go live there at the same level. We all not go be rich people. But there are basic things that we all go be satisfied with and accept, say, I will put the switch on, lights they come. I will one more time in the morning, I get me tea or me coffee, I drink them. I will go open the pump, the shower, I wash, and, I know they begin worrying, I not get enough water, this next land no wash, last sleep so forth, this water I get for use in the morning. I not get for wake me picking very early morning, say, Sale go find water oh there. I get for stress the picking early morning for go find water. They go to school now entire one. Them basic things and these are basic dignified way for live. And we for collectively agree say we for address something. And it's been too long, man. 65 years we don't get it. We don't get too well, back from Pakaba in term, you don't get former President Kuma, peacefully don't hand over power to President Bio, and if we go by the recommendation with the na Parliament, we get election in less than 2 years. President Bio is almost finishing his term. So we need for begin think. The party plan for left wing now, but waiting at the legacy, waiting we want, waiting we look at how we want this country for day post 2028. Is it about the same issues, the same politics, same arguments about now we've been do this, that we've been do that, this no happen, that no happen. How collectively we self go agree as a people we get a common ground. We the people and say, now this we want, let una address for we. We, now affordable housing. Me, if affordable housing there is a way. I know a day for go begin Finland for billows. No. I know one dependent day. If the affordable housing are able to afford them, team where go they work at the pace small, I prefer going for that so I go day until that time where God in time reach, then I'm gone. Not so that begin go Finland, go begin fet for land, begin fet with contractor, how for bill, begin think about finding the money for bill and all that. Before they get in conversation and they, you read the health minister the other day, we government they provide $7 per the amount of we health care, the money we they spend for we health care, government they provide. How do we have conversation that we should change this? How do we increase? How do we get more revenue from we mining? The IGR report, the scorecard, they talk about 10%. Now we they get. How do we say no? We know say mining company and they make more money. How do we increase from 10% to 20% so government will get more money for spend in other areas then? If you check the world now with free healthcare initiative, the UK government will be in the support, we don't pull out. Now it's the responsibility of government for begin think how for get money for buy medicine, for free health care. How do we sustain that? Because a lot of women and young people, and they benefit from Nandi. How do we sustain it? How do we strengthen project like Kwaka Fine? How do we escalate them? How do we add to the buses? The school bus project the way government carry it. How we go expand on that? How do we move from 50 to 100? We ensure say every other corner buses then they for take we picking and go school. Take a burden from the parents them. How do we sustain the free education? How do we make it a law that any other government will come in order for full free education? Now, how you increase spending Panam, increase teacher and salary, now what they talk about? Now, then conversation and over they get with the people that we want lead with, people that we want power. Because it's definitely going to be either APC, SLPP, NGCC. People will definitely come to us to campaign. But how do we change the conversation and let it not be about now we turn, now not turn. No, now we self, now we don't turn for it. No, we now we for continue. How will it be about who that gets a better plan for we, where we go hand over this country to after President Bio and say, now you believe and now this what you do. What's in the post? What people already come on now for one for be president? What's in the track record? How will they assess them? What will they look say this person will be a better leader? So the too much noise and plaba and ala. No. For be president, not a small thing. Wallahi, not a small thing. We'll take the anthem and pledge. We'll come back shortly. Continue for stay with we. This is the Truth Morning Devotion. We're on Truth on FM 103.9 and we partner radio stations them. We're on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok as well. And I want to thank we colleagues them in the regions where they connect to this program. We appreciate that so much. Today we get for go na Sama Lane. We get for talk to we colleague Joanna from Pujeon District. We understand say there will be some permanent chieftaincy election. Now that part they look tense somehow. So we get an update from Pujeon. And also we get an update from Kailao as well. We get some stories about alleged suspected human trafficking. We get to talk about that as well. Continue for still to take the pledge and anthem as that our commitment to this country. Salon big pass we all, and we always put interest above all else. Continue for still to take the pledge and anthem.
High we exalt thee when of thy feet. Great is the love we have for thee. Family united, ever we stand, singing thy praise, O native land. We raise up hearts and
Congratulations. Rebuilding where they renovate. Congratulations. Street light from up come to Kington. Wow. So we they tell God thank you for the youth them. Above the country where they clean, may God bless them. Beginning of the future so we get for protect them. New president, you really get for me. You really get for consider the road from Peninsula. The light from Boona, the system to Mona. We brought up a sister that still there so far. So we want, oh that go camp we ban this morning.
Salon. Well, the party pack for go. Of course, he don't do it. Now the party pack for go. Who don't know go can make salon. Well, the party pack for go. Of course, he don't do it. Yo, some man them say you try. Some people say you fail. Some man say you for don't do more. More. APC we don't see. SLPP we don't see. BMDC we don't know. Who that ever come now and set we free? But as for me, you recognize democracy. Give the youth them freedom of speech. Oh no. I said me mama no they want, me papa no get money. I want go school, but the system make a worry. The youth them sorry, I sent 6 on a berry. Who that ever come now and set we free? Salon. Well, the party pack for go. Of course, he don't do it. Now the party pack for go. Who don't know go can make salon. Well, the party pack for go. Of course, he don't do it. Only me cry, ay.
We really need a savior for save.
Come you say why, ay.
We go make we tell poverty bye bye.
Ay.
We really need a savior for save.
Come you say why, ay.
We go make we tell poverty bye bye. BMDC, APC, tell me who that no can set we free. No place for them we sweet like how they tell you for free. So we get for bill we come. So for the corner we they renovate. Congratulations. So for the cottage we they renovate. Congratulations. Rebuilding we they renovate. Congratulations. Street light from up come to Kington. Wow. So we they tell God thank you for the youth them. Above the country where they clean, may God bless them. Beginning of the future so we get for protect them. New president, you really get for me. You really get for consider the road from Peninsula. The light from Boona, the system to Mona. We brought up a sister that still there so far. So we want, oh that go camp we ban this morning.
Salon. Well, the party pack for go. Of course, he don't do it. Now the party pack for go. Who don't know go can make salon.
Indeed, the party pack for go. Who don't now go can make salon. But now we get for choose, now we get for choose. Definitely, now we get for choose. If we go by the proposed amendment with the bill within a parliament, now November 2028 we forget elections. And we are less than 2 years to making that decision. Well, I don't know for the political parties, but I assume before the end of this year, then go don't get the flag bearers and go don't get people them way get for contest the election for them. And time is going. And then now we for start the conversation. Which kind of president we want as a people? Which kind of president we want for lead we after 2028? Remember that the Sajjan song, yeah, dream about Salon. But the party pack for go. Who that we they look at for pack kind side? Who that they come inside? Who that which kind of president we want? Which we as a people now we get that decision. Whether it's APC, whether it's SLPP, whether it's RUFP, but we need for get a conversation. We the people need for get a common ground. We need for get we own agenda. The political party then can get the agenda. But now we not part of them political party they are back home. And it don't mean anything wrong for you belong to political party. You can deal within the political party and even get on your own agenda and say, we, now this person we think say, go beyond just with political party, but make this country a better place. Because not to every inside with family them, not to everybody then a one political party. You must get family them where they na other political party. So if you party come and say now we turn no more, that means you don't exclude your other family members them. That means now you no more they enjoy, your other family members they know they enjoy. Then you don't cause problem. You go always there under pressure. But we need to get that understanding. Say this country belongs to all of we. But how do we ensure that we get a common ground, irrespective of the different political party that we belong to? But we get a common ground and an issue where we all go agree, say, we for pursue as a nation in the next 5-10 years, we for able to address the issue there. I tell you about the Pekin we born in 2007. If you born Pekin in 2007, by 2028, that Pekin go down 20 years if you not don't pass. But that Pekin don't live under two governments when able to address electricity, when able to address water, mainly for the city. Two governments when able to address social services and all of things. It's not about who that in a power now. So 10 years of APC, almost 10 years of SLPP, the social issues that we don't talk about still exist. So it don't matter who that in a power. You understand what I mean? It's about who that we go get, we go understand, say, them problem they are there beyond politics. Collectively, we all for able to agree and work together and address them. Who that go address unemployment? Where young people and the graduates and get opportunity for get job. We see what about free healthcare. The previous administration start them, this government sustain them. You see the changes where they do in the health sector somehow. How do we get them things in day? Like with the free quality education, how do we ensure that we sustain something like that? We scale them up, we invest more in them. Because every other person in Pekin get the opportunity for benefit from them. How do we put the public school into a state where they go compete with private schools? Like most people within a public service now, most. Now public school they attend. Because the public schools were good. But most people now, not only people in public service, even people who are in a trader, ordinary trader, then they prefer for sending Pekin private school than government school. But how do we do that? How do we make life better for we nurses? How we invest more in the health sector? Now then conversation and day we for the get. This election, this term, the beguna, not for sing and dance and turn bonomo. Let we get a common ground. We don't see this regeneration, we don't see APC, we don't see SLPP. We don't see the issues there. But how do we demand that we get a leadership? We go address the issues they are. And not so that way we go continue for blame. Sometimes even we the people, them say we're a bad citizen them. That's the point. That's the point. So they can take some stories and but all listen to that. We all get dream. You know that the Sergeant Dream from Trade is still there. Lord, listen to that song. They can take some stories and they will talk to our colleagues in the region. This morning we're going to talk to our first guest, Nikki Spencer Coker, where they vie for the vice presidency of the Leone Bar Association. Lord, listen to that, the Sergeant Dream first. We still get the dream, right? We still get the dream. Lord, listen to her.
This is promotional scene. This is a promotional scene. Beatrice Tex, Radio. Who'd have be the next president? You know me. So we just fight for the dream. Good money, no, we never get. This the way you game, so God the past me. Imagine Salone after 2007. So God down, it's just like heaven. Of sweats and radio, that's so the place guys. If you see the host, they will relieve fine. We guy not go believe. The streets them not gold. What's not eat? The gave up. What's not money? No photo. All man teach them not do. Nobody not get baggage. Nobody not the day. Nobody not the thief. Anti-corruption not there. Nobody not the commits crime. Yes, man they keep the money not go. They go, it can be pick and back. Man they pray to God, one for one. The year we angel like he can down. He'll come in and go back. Nobody know they sick, nobody know they die. What's in a golden diamond? Now they take for Bible. What's in a Hummer limousine? Inside they remember. You have to be wet for money. If I be no, I know it. As I open your eyes soon, and the song is fast for the king. I get one fight with mommy country. So we say back 2007, so don't go to Lego. One good day, it's good day, lights good day. Money good day, this good day, that's good day. But this song is fast for the king. Would I go be the next president? Me a line of me. This is a promotional scene. PG Steps, Citizen Radio. We say back 2007, so don't go to Lego. One good day, it's good day, lights good day. Money good day, this good day, that's good day. But this song is fast for the king. Would I go be the next president? Line of me. When I went to I see all my one be president. And the people you have been I can describe how we time. I want tall, short, for what fine man so nice, you know, get sweat, you know the teeth, you know the lie. And I'm expert and lucky, he come for better.
Such now what's name and I was party with
well, now in them chief cook and if I see the same soup.
Hey Such, Fredo, the wire.
Not so God, let we pray ya. Every way poor, now we sorry. You want the way well ya, inshallah, they go see I'm sorry all you. But you will mix, you go see them. Take what you get, say you get what you want. Yes, alone. Yeah, now so you find you get gold, diamond, bauxite, rutile, iron ore, good oil, and good soil for plants. You get sea for fishing, you get beach for go swimming, you get rain, you get sand. Go tell me back, what's in left? Let God kill them all. And it's all the experts for
and it's actually God kill them all. Let God give them sorry hearts. I'll pray that God give them sorry hearts. Let God give them sorry hearts. You know this song? This song was during Pakaba in Teb, right? And play them now. It feels like, it sounds like it's a new song. We all get this dream about we Salone. We all get this dream. You know, we all want this country to be a better place. Country them gets bad people, but I'm sure majority of we, even with people them in politics, want this country to be a better place. So we need to pray let God kill them all, you know. But the one that we mean bad, let God change them. And the one that we want power, let we assess them. Let God give people them we get compassion, people that we get sorry at. Because if you get power, you don't get sorry at, you're not able to do anything better. Because you get everything there at your disposal. You get power, the Constitution give you excessive power, resources there at your disposal, law enforcement there at your disposal. If you don't get sorry at no more now, say, me, I don't want all this for myself. I don't want to let it just be just me people. I want to let every other person benefit from this. Because not to me one get this, now the people and give me the power. I need for serve them. If person not get that in my mind or lie, sometimes they go to keep you malice safe. If they keep on the people in malice, you know they care about us safe. Now how in they enjoy waiting, why enjoy no more? God give you people the we get sorry, but we self get the power. Now we get the power. People and they can now do more say right now. Then they go now in a mosque. Then they go now in a church. Then they go meet with you now. We need for big conversation. If you're a young person, how you go come up and this attire-based business, you don't know more all day in attire-based job. Now we all did that when we left school, when we go to school. But how we go be a place outside, we all they can meet after we work, we get fun, enjoy ourselves, socialize and move on. How we not go be just a place outside, now we will not get job no more, they come and sit on there for born time. How do we give hope to young people that as much as them families them, then they spend resources spend then self they spend their time for learn book, for learn something, there are opportunities for them. and then conversation and they will for begin get. We'll take some stories. We'll take some quick stories. There is an issue between the Sierra Leone Athletics Association. You know, Salone for participates in the Commonwealth Games. Salone for we get athletes away for go. I think on the athletics, boxing, and other. I don't know all the discipline them where they go anyway. But I know of athletics, and then we don't do some selection. But there is some controversy. One of the athletes them way they're not select. Don't raise some concern. You know, it don't raise some serious concern and make allegations them. My colleague Ishmael Zebangura don't they follow the story and puts these reports together.
Big blabber don erupt between Sierra Leone Athletics Association and runner Lawrence Fidel. Fidel make a lot of claim we imposed on social media concerning the 2026 Commonwealth Games na Glasgow, Scotland. He make a lot of claims them concerning things them we in things say no go right with the selection of athletes them for this Commonwealth game.
Like then call people then secretly for go do a biometrics na the British Embassy, and then they left me out. You know, then we even they say competition and then at the country where athletes that for go represent as well. What they say people that they go but not to athletes them. To Commonwealth selection, the president of Sierra Leone Athletics Association, when I'm Matimomo Bangura, make a selection wherein, you know, the first fastest of the country not there, the second fastest not there, the third fastest not there, and even the fourth fastest not there, now the country. Wherein, of course, now yeah, I don't see Sierra Leone. They don't select a team secretly for go the Scotland, the Commonwealth game. Then another they can call championship. Remember, when they don't select team for go Scotland, then another the president. They just do a selection for let people that go on away again, right? So they don't go to me as CID. In fact, now they say they ban me and they continue for that not run again. We government they give over 400 to 500 million for Boxing Day, where the athletes are supposed to get a good price. Wait for go on Boxing Day and championship as well. Then we people they know they get a good price at all not. Yes. Now this past Boxing Day, over 500 million we then give. Can you imagine how much they put that envelope for athletes them? First man, 250.
The Sierra Leone Athletics Association issued press release on Monday the 28th, 2026, with titled Disclaimer and Clarification on Team Selection for the Commonwealth Games Glasgow 2026. They categorically deny the allegation and say the process been transparent, fair, merit-based and professional. They explain say the final selection been done after consultation with coach them, technical official and stakeholders them. And according to the international competition rules, the association strongly rejects any talk of favoritism or bias and says such allegation they undermine the sacrifice and morale of athletes them. The press release with Secretary General Dr. Adikali Kabasise sign also mentions say the disciplinary committee don't get mandate for investigate the matter and report to the executive committee. So far, Fidel don't present detailed account of in claim, but independent verification not yet for confirm the CID summon and the prize money issue. The association not provide specific evidence beyond the denial and do not respond to further inquiry. For Truth Media, Mina Ishmael Zebangura, the report.
Many thanks to my colleague Ishmael Zebangura for that report. We will follow up on this story actually. I understand say the Sierra Leone Athletics Association for being get a press conference today, but they don't cancel them. Say they open an investigation into this issue. This is an issue where don't they come up a lot of time when Salone they go participate by international competition them. But people them I know they are athletes working afraid for talk because then they give you this, then they go tell you say if you talk now where other opportunity come, you go afraid say your name, they're not going to include you. So, you know, this guy, he felt he say he's the fastest and there is no way they were not going to include him in the list, and he wasn't included. And he come out publicly and make these allegations. I think this is something that needs to be investigated. The National Sports Authority, the Ministry of Sport, the Olympic and Commonwealth Games Committee, I think this is something that they need to look into. The need for investigation. Don't tell they get the allegation there, and we should not just wipe them off, because young people every morning. I get one guy working. Say I don't know if na athletics, if na football. But I can see that guy, the 5 or 6 in the morning, man. They run at this Regent Takugama area. I see him every morning, and I imagine whose kind of sports and they go deeper. That kind of time the way they put and now he hope and trust all go deeper, and they say it training self for able to perform better. You know, under difficult circumstances, young people and they join them sports they are. Just because now they didn't see then livelihood day, and it's good that if opportunities are there, then benefit from them. You know, it's very important. We'll keep an eye on this story. Definitely will bring an update, but I think it's something that's worth to be investigated and be made public, whether the allegations are true or not so true. We'll take another story. Tomorrow on a World Environment Day. But yeah, we do some stories around waste disposal and waste management. One of these days, my colleague Andrew Chupele, go to Susan's Bay, I think it's Susan's Bay, there was this story about flooding and all of that, the gutter and block. We'll just take this video reports quickly.
Plenty time where rainy season can begin, Boku slum communities them can flood, and one of the things can lead to flooding at them communities there. Now where gutters them, where water for pass can block with dirty. This can make people host themselves flood, where can cause big disaster na communities them. Na Freetown, one of the slum communities them, where can flood na Susan's Bay, because the main gutter outside water can pass can block with dirty. As heavy rain don't begin come, Fruit Media go waka down na Susan's Bay for talk to the community people them, and know side this dirty can come out, and for know the kind of risk where the communities then can suffer where the water road them can block. The heavy rain we come last week be make the main gutter block, but the community people them been clear the dirty as way for prevent flooding, not for happen at the community. Fruit Media been talk to some of the community people them, and they may explain say,
okay, me Usman, me na Ella community. La Ella, the God is the big one, the first Ella there. So this not see this pressure, I come up with this pressure. But any year, that's what to get this pressure. But we could wait for help, the help to come. We could see the chairman of Israel, the overall community of the chairman, the brethren. Even if that's where we can flock now. We mix them all for we need help, but we not going to give help. Okay, we need Abdullah Barry. So this dirty, inside the pay for a lot of better this dirty, now pressure, with the cocoa up yonder. So then Sunday has done precise. Somebody get 2,000, 3,000, carry to dirty, I will turn up. Yes, we now have now, this people are able to choke. The first thing you can really push all. You push until now all the flop with dirty. We make yourself you calm like the sea and try for see how best. But two it's not you. You're not going material there. So this now real challenges now we get. So since then, we the youths they will try for mobilize and see how best we will try for fight them.
One thing we stand out that if communities then get them kind one word here, it go help communities then for save themselves from disasters, especially during rainy season. For Truth Media, Mina Andrew Chupele.
Many thanks to Andrew Chupele for the reports there. And we get for being to different places. You know, it begins on start. Like I say, we get for try for get City Council, the Disaster Management Agency and Meteorological Agency, possibly. We talk generally on waste management and all waiting for do. Because, you know, apart from waiting, see they do na Sambagota. We all in our communities, they see how people in the Kanden to tea. Also, we dirty the up here, they go affect other people and down in the community. We all for take responsibility. Oh. We as a people, now this tongue, we dirty so much. We dirty, this city, now a reflection of we. We drive around this city, you see how we dirty. Now reflection of how we as a people and if stranger, now like you us, if stranger go now you us meet it dirty, they clearly understand say you're not dirty person. Now so this city they presently, with the throw dirty. If you go on a beach, people and they throw plastic everywhere, man, with the litter. So we don't normalize them that we don't even care. We don't even care. And we all for take responsibility. We all now with the two way dirty not so the dirty way with the way you see so not to other people and the generator more. Now we safe. And now with the two way now treats now gutter a small rain come you don't turn up. Anyway, we can't talk to our guests this morning. Nikki Spencer Cook already in the studio with you already. But we'll take this final story. The Guild of Newspaper Editors pulled a press statement yesterday where they condemn a reported raid na the office of one of the newspapers. I will just read through the reports quickly, and say the Guild of Newspaper Editors gone has strongly condemned what it described as a troubling police intrusion at the offices of Voice of Salon newspaper, raising concerns about press freedom and democratic space in Sierra Leone. In a statement, the Guild acknowledged the police constitutional mandate to investigate criminal conduct, but stressed that such powers must be exercised within the confines of the law and in a manner that respect the constitutional guarantees of freedom of expression and freedom of the press. Unfortunately, I've been to tell somebody yesterday, we police presently, as person reports about drugs, it seems like you're becoming a target. It's like the people where they report about drugs, now then are the targets than actually the people them way they into this trade. I still not able to understand why we not able to understand say this all report about drugs, not they give you good name. And for God's sake, like I said the other day, the people them way they share stories about drugs, the people them way they report about drugs, not all them are the enemy of the state. Now the individual and the few people who they benefit from this trade, now then we common enemy. Now we for work, the police, the media, civil society, the members of the public. Now we all for agree, the government. Now we all for agree say the common enemy pan this drug issue. Now the individual the way they pan where they benefit pan and where they give a country bad name. The reports the way they see around, not to say na fake story them people and they create. Now international media, look like yesterday, where they say if you picking the thief, then can they tell you say you picking the thief, you not care. You go thief one side, they report him, you not pay attention. You go thief other side, they report him, you not pay attention. It continue for thief. When they report them every other time, it bring come bad name now you. It bring come bad name to you. And if other person go thief on side safe, not so you picking something you picking in paddy or na in neighbor, then can lie by you picking say now you picking thief. Now they happy with Towiso now. So we serve as people now as we see story about West Africa, drugs from West Africa, because of now we name don't they come up continuously. We they believe say it from Salon. Again, me I they challenge anybody. There are facts, there are reports where they show say credible international organizations. We don't do reports, research, where they show say West Africa is being used as transshipment hub and Salon are one of the country them. Not to make concotam, not to other person. These are credible international organizations. They don't do reports and it come out, see they show. Very recently, ONS said and they investigate. Yes, there was a vessel that came here, a load per mile ago. They said not to yard and load the drugs. But yes, this was a vessel where they show say register with a company, but the company no register na yourself. So all them things then a red flag. But I don't know it's win at the world for the reports we named so no more. Something is wrong. something is definitely wrong somewhere. And the role and responsibility of government, now for assure we the public say, government is concerned, and this is what government is doing. Also for make people them way they report this, or people them way they talk about look bad like it's their country. You know, I can say some people them then can only understand say they legs alone, where they get power, or where they get in a government. And love for country, not a seasonal thing. Whether you're in a power, you're in a opposition, patriotism, you've always show up. And reporting things them way bad, where they happen like drugs, where they give it bad name globally, may not believe in a unpatriotic act. Definitely people with politics go use them for political propaganda. And it's wrong. They will do it, but it's wrong. But they are genuine concerns for we as Salone people. We are genuinely concerned. We are genuinely concerned. I don't host the EU ambassador now. He is concerned about it. Now the EU Day celebration, he spoke about it. The Netherlands minister don't talk about engagement. They're still asking for extradition for the guy where they say then police don't come out, then say okay, not so Josh there. The person we then see now Umar Sharif, then they investigate it over a year. But for God's sake, if we not sabi Umar Sharif or we not get Umar Sharif now, why we not go tell the world say we will not get this person now, we not sabi him, we not come up bien we not get him. It's simple. But we're not going to engage behind the scene, and when people talk about it open, it look like now the people that hate the country. No. We government get responsibility. If not lie, then the lie part, we let the government defend we and put facts, say not so true now they talk. That is why we have a government. But nobody no want to talk on this thing. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody, man. Anyways, we can talk to Nikki this morning. But again, we remind the IG. Now you be make statements, sir. In February 2025, now the government press conference, you've been saying on they investigate and you go to update the public. Unfortunately, since that time to now, there's not been any updates. And would they remind you of what you say? Would they play this video for remind you? This was what you said, and would they look forward to the police giving the public an update? Say, Umar Sharif will not investigate, will not get an aya. Let the Netherlands government come up and we will not sabi na Umar Sharif, will not get an aya, not in aya. Simple. We said the media can report that. Say, we government say, we don't close that chapter there. We not left for ask for Umar Sharif. But if we not do that day, it will definitely be coming back to us. So let's play that video there, then we can talk to guests this morning. Continue for stay with you.
If you look at social media now, plenty in the cap. In the first place, what did they trend now? And this so-called sporting of just. As I talk so now, there has been no formal communication. That notwithstanding, within allegation and fly out, government direct that we set up an investigation into all of these things where they fly. So what do we do? We not get not in case we like we get possibly can complain. So what we do? We get special units now, police, what we call the open source investigation unit. We activate that picture of that man where they float on social media. We don't able from open sources for affix a name to that face. And the name Umar Sharif. Umar Sharif, the name will affix to that particular face. And we also look at what if they come up on social media and say, you don't enter this country for the past 6 months. So what that name they come up, what you do as a sector, as security, as police, as investigators, we go back 6 months from now, we'll check all the former entry points into this country. That kind of not a deal. That one has been established. For me, all of them questions when they play in our mind, we'll get answers to them, or we'll forget access to this particular person. So as we talk to now, we'll be on the look for this particular person. And we encourage members of the public, make a nota for support the police with information. We will every for go down to the fast of this thing. And therefore the guy every week on Tuesdays for.
Are you tired of waiting in long lines at the bank? Say hello to Omnolite, your ultimate banking solution from EcoBank. With Omnolite, managing your finances has never been easier. Here's why. Omnolite allows you to enjoy easy access to your account information across multiple countries. Monitor your accounts in real time from the comfort of your home or office. Rest assured, with Omnolite, all your online transactions are guaranteed secure. Do you need to transfer funds? No problem. Whether it's domestic or international, Omnolite has got you covered. Make multiple payments effortlessly with our convenient multiple transfer service. And paying bills is a breeze with Quick Bill Pay. Plus, schedule future payments hassle-free with standing order. Want a checkbook? Just request it on Omnolite and it will be delivered to your doorstep within 10 working days. Experience the convenience and efficiency of Omnolite today. Visit us online or at your nearest EcoBank branch to learn more. A better way, a better Africa.
Across Sierra Leone, more people are asking the same question. Why buy fuel anywhere else when Cornex gives you more? Professionally trained attendants who knows service matters. Conex Fuel, a litre is a litre every single time. And when it's time to pay, easy. Pay with mobile money, Visa or MasterCard, or the Cornex Fuel Card. Clean restrooms, welcoming spaces, every station, every time. Clean fuel, clean spaces, clear value. That's why Sierra Leone fuels with Cornex. Cornex retail outlets, always clean, always professional, always for you. Fuel smart. Get your Cornex Fuel Card today.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9. We the broadcast live from the studios na Ilkot na Freetong. We on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And they connect with the partner radio stations them right across the country. And one for thank we colleagues them na the regions so they connect with we. This morning, I get the pleasure for welcome na the studio Nikki Spencer Coker. They on for the Vice President position of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. The Sierra Leone Bar Association for we get an AGM this week actually, but it has been postponed. And say logistics, and I've been get commander yesterday. Say they can spend money for us. But Nikki, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And before we come to you, you know, the position where you want to run for the Bar Association, I know you served, you know, as a mayor, you've been communicating a lot when you were at the UN, and we Salon been the serve as for the presidency of the Security Council. Then, you know, how is that experience? I know it's something we wanted to talk about. But I've been get the ambassador on the other, but how was it, you know, as a Sierra Leonean serving in that position?
You know, Sierra Leone was, as we should know, was on the Security Council, elected on to it as one of the elected members of the 15-member Security Council of the United Nations. And if you don't know, the Security Council is the organ of the United Nations responsible for maintaining peace and security. You have 5 permanent members, and then you have 10 elected members who go through an election process beforehand, who are nominated by their various regions, for example. So, you know, Sierra Leone was one of the Africa's, endorsed candidate for the Security Council, and we were eventually voted on. So we served 2 years, 2024, 2025. You talk about the presidency of the Security Council. It's a rotating presidency. Every member of the Security Council to get the opportunity for be president of the Security Council every month. If you're lucky, depending on how the rotation goes, you will have 2 presidencies in your 2-year term. We were lucky to have that. So we were president of the Security Council in August of 2024, and then also in November of 2025. That is Sierra Leone, came off of the Security Council. Our tenure ended December 31, 2025, right? So His Excellency the President, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and of course the Minister of Foreign Affairs, that's Alhaji Musa Timothy Kabab, put together this team of experts to support the embassy, the mission in New York for the Security Council, and I was one of those who was appointed to go and serve as spokesperson of the mission and women, peace and security expert. Of course, if you know what you can do now, you understand why that would be, So, but so you ask about what's in the experience been like, and I could tell you just the experience of a lifetime. It been an absolute honor and privilege for me for serving my country on that global platform. We don't know step next Sierra Leone go onto the Security Council. Of course, we still get the UN, and the work still continues there. But for being in that team led by the ambassador, Dr. Michael Iman Kanu, was really and truly a learning experience, privilege. I would trade them for the world. I mean, all for go take that appointment today. I mean, get for resign the job where I've been do already in a salon, but I don't regret them at all.
One of the things we champion at the women peace we talk about, and I know I talked to the minister and the ambassador how the work you don't do around women and girls advocacy in a salon and as well. How then they help for able showcase what we don't do with the GV and as well help we for understand the dynamics, the global dynamics with supporting women and girls mostly.
Well, for me, I get an activist background. Always, I can see my constituency in Sierra Leone, women and girls, and so the issues of women and girls don't always, close to my heart, and don't always be very involved. So for see how global negotiations they take place, how did they come about, on that stage, and so how it link up and affect what we do on the ground as Sierra Leone. Been very, very, it come close and personal, to me. Where within a salon we could talk about things like, you domesticate or you talk about commission status of the women, or you talk about, and then you go and you see how then things and they actually they come about, how you take place in negotiations, member states, how every single we can sit down. They argue about a word for like 5 hours. Yes, because they understand, say every single word matters when it goes. When you talk about political declarations for when CSWD they come, or before they reach when the delegates are within the go, and you see political declaration. Say that political declaration they did space, and they don't spend sometimes 6 months. They argue about every single line, push and pull, give and take, different sides for get to that point today. So I think give me a more rounded perspective on how the issues and they develop, on the international global stage, and then how we they interpret them and use them within we own space here nationally as a country.
Okay, thanks for your service, and thanks to all of you. Mostly, I think the woman have been plenty, right?
I appreciate the thanks, because I don't think we don't get enough thanks, in my personal opinion. So I appreciate the thanks.
No, thank you. For me, like I said, we work closely. You've been the coordinator with we have been there, and even Wakaya for broadcast some of the live event. And I've been to follow the page on X and Facebook as well. And I see there were a lot of young people as well. We've been there at the team. Isaac Bayo, the other Jeff Flynn Sankora, the two female lawyers. We've been to work with you.
There are more than two. I mean, there's a good contingent of lawyers. Actually, and a good the makeup between male, female, young and old, whatever you want to call it. Nobody was really old there, but I mean a good makeup of representatives for go and showcase Sierra Leone. But beside all of that, what's gonna be the most the thing where they stand out the most is that these people that way of they fit the work where they go do.
Yeah.
They took their job seriously. It mattered to them how women portray ourselves, we output, and these were not to feke. It wasn't round pegs and square holes. It wasn't anything like that.
Yeah.
Right. And so you get to be proud about the and so not to just the talk.
Yeah.
The pride they come from how we were perceived not just by UN but also globally and internationally. When they talk about Sierra Leone, where would they come, where would they waka, where would they negotiate? It was always with respect. We put ourselves as a small country and we made ourselves relevant, and that made the country, the government, everybody else. So when you see the delegation to go to Sierra Leone, things are always smooth for them because of the work we don't do on the ground there already.
Yeah, and I, like I say, there sometimes you feel proud when you see people maybe they watch the live conference and I see how you moderate them. Q&A, you feel good. You see young people them on the ground. We get the competence, like you say, where they provide their expertise and services. But quickly, before we can talk about the biosocial, I want to ask, like you say, I know you've worked with lawyers, you don't advocate for women and girls in this country on a lot of time, on a lot of things them. We get the GWA Act now. We've been at this global stage. We don't champion women and peace and all of that. What you think, say, usai we did presently as a country, with women's and girls empowerment and expecting their rights as well and promotion in the space. I tell Martina and I the other day, I say one of the things me think say we are sludge for look at with waiting they go on at the bar. Now how will they get women for contest for the presidency as well? How do we put women forward in leadership and accept that women can lead too?
Well, a couple of things. So we've had the enactment of the GWA Act in Sierra Leone, right? And right now we're on implementation, basically, for ensure say the provisions are properly implemented, regulations, all that led by the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs, and you see the effects in various, aspects, whether it's with numbers in terms of elected offices or in the push for the financial inclusion aspect, but we still have a long way to go. And the thing with us, in Sierra Leone, we would enact we law there. We not forever relent on the implementation side because you enact the law, but for really see the impact of that law there, you get for constantly push on the implementation. So you have to put the money for the implementation phase, right? The other thing is, I want that we all remember that the GWA Act of 2022, yes, correct. Now, just a small aspect of that, which we've been already launched within the National Gender and Women's Empowerment Policy. That policy, they a lot bigger. GWA Act really deal with two things, right? Increasing representation for elected and appointed offices and also access to finance. But GWA obviously said the policy is a lot wider. In other countries, the way how they handle the GWA policy, for example, like South Africa, other places, they actually make the policy of INSEF, the whole policy, they make into a law, right? Other places, like what we do, take aspects of the policy, you make this part, you do this law. Maybe you take this aspect, you put it inside this other law. Maybe you did Public Elections Act, or you do the other side. So you do small thing them, because sometimes it depends on finances, but allow you for do like a huge omnibus act, or you do it in smaller pieces. So for me, I think we need for always come back to that policy for we remind ourselves that just because we enact GWA Act 2022, not mean we don't take care of the problem of empowerment of women and girls.
The policy is still there.
We have not completed the work yet.
It's important. I think this sort of perspective very important, because most times attention is mostly on the GWA Act and forget about the policy. We inform the act and not so generally within the policy. Hopefully I'll get the minister and I someday and we will talk about that. But finally, I want to ask you about, there's this issue about protecting women and girls as well. We did get this big conversation about FGM and culture, tradition. The bill went to Parliament pulled a statement, say they're not they deal with FGM. They're dealing with Child Rights Act, and the understanding generally of waiting actually the act say and waiting they happen is difficult. You think we've done much for address that very critical issue there?
Listen, I think people in Sierra Leone who don't hear me over the years, and I'm not going to make any bones about my position on, cutting in Sierra Leone. So I'm not going to give a pretend about that. But in terms of waiting, the latest Child Rights Act that was enacted by Parliament, yeah, it's true, it's clear if you read it through. Nothing or did we explicitly say, FGM. The language is not there. It does talk about harmful practices, and so you can interpret various things if you under that rubric of harmful practices. But we still in Sierra Leone not get any clear in black and white wording that this is something that is it's criminal or it's against the law. We don't have that. But clearly, that's not mean say the authorities cannot protect children or protect those who are assaulted against their will. So it always, a lot of times it comes down to the authorities. When I say authorities, I mean the police. Just ensuring that they protect the rights of those who are most vulnerable. That's and that will not be deterred from that. And we need to be clear that we're talking about violence. Nobody is talking about culture. Nobody. There's no issue about having your preserving culture. We're okay with the culture. Waiting at the issue now, protecting the vulnerable, the most vulnerable, and the most vulnerable usually happen to be children, and in this case, girls. And girls in Sierra Leone means anyone under the age of 18, and so preserve the culture, and remove the cutting. Now that's controversial to say in Sierra Leone. Amigo say I don't know why, but that's fine.
Is it deliberate not for define this clearly? Say, okay, this is what the law says, and this is how we do it. Because if we sign in international treaties, we agree that we protect girls, women, and girls. Why not domesticate it?
Oh well, that's for Parliament. So Parliament needs to, answer why not domesticate it.
Yeah.
Parliament's been asked to domesticate it.
Yeah.
Parliament's been asked for specific language. And Parliament, in their wisdom, decided they not be wanting that specific language, and they wanted some other type of language. So, I don't think so. The conversations continue, and it needs to continue. All sides need to come to some sort of understanding of what it means at the least at the base level, what it mean for protect children. That's all it is.
Well, thanks for that perspective, Dale. Let's talk about the Bar Association, Nikki. Why are you running?
Why am I running? So I'm not a novice to participating in bar activities, right? I don't do them since coming to the bar in Sierra Leone, which was in 2012. And I've been in, governance in terms of legal affairs in other arenas, right? General Legal Counsel, also, obviously been in various executives of the Female Lawyers Association. But why at this time I decide to throw my hat in the ring is because this is my profession, and I feel very uncomfortable about, sitting and doing nothing when it seems like, say, all man they put smart upon this with profession and get problem with how we profession they present himself to the public, not just to the public but also internally. And me not possible way if something I interested in something, I not ever wait for me possible tell me say, can't get involved in this. Whatever the issue, I go fair way for somehow involve myself because I interested, right? Whether from the forefront or from the back. So I find I'm very uncomfortable for myself for they watch something and feel uncomfortable about them, and then you want to make a comment. Well, not make a comment. See how Yusuf can come in and perhaps assist in course correcting. So that's why.
So you think the bar doesn't not get the kind of leadership right now, and you want to get involved and address that?
I think that in any course of time where you date in, you get the ability for evaluate and see maybe we can do a little bit better, maybe we can do a little bit differently. And if for the past however long we really did on this thing where lawyers, they talk about the facts that we divided, and so maybe it's the opportunity presenting itself at this time in life, in history, for see how maybe we can move that conversation forward. So
you agree that the bar is divided?
I mean, I would be completely disingenuous to sit here and say that it wasn't. It completely, there is an issue. There is an issue.
What's the issue?
The issue, and so it depends on who you ask what the issue is, right? From my perspective, the issue is, in all the time that I've been a member of this profession in Sierra Leone, I have not seen it this divided and rancorous, with this person on that side and that person on that side, and nobody able seemingly to speak to each other, or at least come to the one generality where we get when we all are part of the same profession. Now it's like say you're not even there part of the profession if you're not here or if you're not there, and that is completely wrong. And I not ever see a point in time in which the public get such negative and rancorous things for say about the profession as a whole. And so I mean, we get picking there, we get for come into the profession. Now, really, this profession you want to pick for come into with this sort of aura of all man they put spots pan on all, like you guys just cannot get it together. Imagine, no offense to you, Lamrana and Sludge or anybody else, but I find it very annoying that Sludge get for tell lawyers they have for conduct their business, or transport union get for tell lawyers they have for conduct their business. I find that annoying. How did we get here? So these are the kinds of things. And so
but the division you're talking about, is it about politics or leadership?
Probably a bit of both, right? Politics is not new at the bar. It's not. We can all pretend like it is, or you may if you want to, but it's not new at the bar, right? But it absolutely, it's a question of how the leadership is able to present itself as able to maneuver with everyone, that makes things for Nadiba sweet, right? So now things Nadiba not sweet, right? And so the bar is not just one set. The bar is a whole bunch of people.
Is it safe to say it has been captured by a certain political party or political leadership?
I'm not going to have you put words in my mouth.
No, I'm not putting words in your mouth, Mickey. I'm asking.
No, you're asking the question about capture. I don't know if it's been captured. And the other thing that I have to be careful about as well is the fact that I wasn't here when, a lot of the issues that have got people upset
situation
were taking place. Yes. So I will not be speaking from a first person perspective. What I definitely see and what I know is that we cannot have a bar in which it seemingly seems that it's only one set of people are participating.
But you agree the bar is divided, right?
I do.
So what's in the division? What's in the cause the division?
So what has caused the division at this point? And let's be clear. Like I said, issues of politics at the bar or political divisions at the bar or who's where is not new. We've had successive executives in which the thing, or you might say, oh, this person did from here, this person did. It comes up. What has to happen, or what had happened in the past, and what is good for the future is the ability for us all to remember that it's one profession that we're a part of. This current impasse has come up from the past 2 years. That is clear. And for some reason, since the last AGM that took place, we have not been able, the executive has not been able to mend fences, right? Or to bring people with the different, who feel aggrieved to the table. And as a profession, I don't believe that we can continue in this fashion.
There were people who tried. I understand them being set up a committee, investigation, some people in tried for call, the parties them together, but it didn't happen. You think it's been a leadership problem as well?
Well, I mean, you can only say that, right? If Ms. Benda is coming on the platform that, I believe that I have the ability to speak to all sides, and we are going on this platform of, we really believe that it's important for us to have a united bar, and for lawyers to have a platform in which they speak with one voice. It's fine for people to belong wherever they're going to belong, but we are stronger as the bar that's known as the first bar in sub-Saharan Africa if we're united. So if we're coming with that and we haven't been able to come to that position up till now for whatever reason, then perhaps it's just time to maybe allow others the opportunity to see if they can make that happen.
In this division of the bar, who say you sit on? Who say you there? The bar is divided, right?
Yeah.
You agree on that?
I don't sit on any division of the bar.
Okay.
But if you're asking me on which ticket I'm going, I'm definitely on the ticket of Martina Benda.
So is that not part of the division? There's this other camp of Tuma and Ion people, and then there is Martina and your own team. Is that not the division that continues within the bar?
Well, if you're talking about about who is putting themselves forward for this election right now, yes, definitely. There is the current executive, and then there are those who are coming up and saying they also putting themselves forward for this elective position. So definitely, I mean, that's a clear division. You can't say there's not one camp or there's not one side to the other.
Yeah.
But like I said, I really dislike that whole talk about camp.
Yeah.
But it's clear that the current president is still is putting herself up for re-election, and that there's another candidate who has said, I believe that I'm a fit candidate for this position. I'm coming up. I put myself forward for vice president. I don't know if there's somebody else.
And you're aligned already?
I'm on the
with the other camp.
Oh yeah, most certainly. If you want to call it a camp,
but
you could call it a camp.
You agree, say that will continue with the division, and it will leading up to the election and its outcome as well.
I don't know if it. I mean, listen. I mean, is this the first time we've had bar elections in Sierra Leone? It's not, and it's not the first time you've had competing candidates for various positions. It might even be that on the day of the election itself, at the AGM, somebody says, I'm putting myself up. That's happened before. I don't know who is coming up for or putting themselves up for the position of vice president, but somebody may. So, I mean, it's fine to have competition and for people to feel that, they want to put themselves up for positions. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean,
it's not wrong. But now what you've been on the say, the bar don't get election, but you guys go into these elections as members, even though people in the contest for different positions. But lately, like you mentioned and agree, is that the bar seems to be divided.
Yeah.
The process you sleep now.
Well, I have deposited the secretariat, of which there is a secretariat, by the way, has received my payment slip, and I don't write me name down na they had a registration booklet, which all of that is par for the course. That's normally what would happen. So they received the slip. I have a photocopy of it. They received the original. I've written my name down on the ledger that they had. I've signed against it. I haven't received an official SLBA receipt yet. But so initially, when I was trying to go through the process, the secretariat did not have instructions to receive the receipts.
Okay.
They were instructed, according to them, that they couldn't receive the receipt. Only the treasurer could, receive the receipts. But the treasurer, for whatever reason, wasn't available to receive the receipts. And then after that, then we give their instruction. Now say therefore receive the receipt, and that's the process.
Okay.
Therefore, take the receipt and you for sign, and say you don't put your name, you don't give in your receipt, and then you sign. Or they don't allow we for snap the usai you sign.
You get concerns about the process? The AGM has been postponed. The executive said they not get logistics challenges and resources as well. Are you concerned, or you think say it's good that it's postponed so that when I go set the process in a free and fair way?
I mean, you know, all right, so people can continue to register. They should be able to continue to register if they.
No,
if
they
they
said
want to
the PRO said the deadline don't pass.
That's what the PRO said, but then, you know, 2 days before that, logistics were all in place, and then all of a sudden, logistics are not in place, and we have not been told exactly what are the logistics that are not in place. So, listen, Lamar, we shouldn't allow this, you know, this impression that this is some new thing that the bar's doing, going into an AGM or going to elections. There have been AGMs in which we go to the AGM with our receipt signifying payment of whatever fee has been set by the that executive, and you go, and with your receipt, that's when they're registering you, you know, to go into the AGM. I'm sure you've been to AGMs in the past, and you know that second day after the first day is open. The second day is a closed session. There's a one point in which they all non-lawyers, including press, are asked out. And then we conduct the business, the closed business of the association, which is usually then, you know, when the executive steps down, and we move to the electing of new directors of the company. This is not, all of this is, to me, is unnecessary, inviting speculation, having to then stop, thinking about what people's motives are. All of it is unnecessary. Why are we doing that now? Okay, it's been postponed according to the, statement released. We don't know till when, but that doesn't mean that, those who are interested are just going to sit back and allow us to go on indefinitely. No, we won't do that.
Before the Kenema situation, most of the concerns there where they happen came up about least payments of fees and all of it. And members of the bar went to Kenema. It was chaotic. The outcome of that election day, we see lawyer society, there's division. Same thing seem they happen. I'm asking you again about this election. You think, say, when they go to this election and come out as a united bar and not the extension of the division of same kind thing will happen at Kenema?
I will not say that the outcome of the election is going to cure all ills of the bar. But I will say that if Martina Benda is elected president, I am elected vice president, that we would have taken some significant positive step to uniting the bar.
How do you think you'll deal with the lawyer society issue within the bar association if you're elected?
I mean, that's something that has to be dealt with. Lawyers are lawyers. We're all part of the same legal profession. Let me tell you something. The only institution to which you have to belong as a lawyer in order to be a lawyer in Sierra Leone is the General Legal Council. You have to have been accepted by them, temporary register, permanent register, and then every year that you call yourself a lawyer in which you're practicing in whatever form, you have to have a practicing certificate by law in order for you to be a lawyer. Everything else is what we join voluntarily, right? So what do? Do we act like we're all enemies? We're not enemies. We're not enemies.
Is that what is happening now?
Well, I mean, that's my characterization that we're acting as if we're enemies. We're not enemies. We're all part of the same profession. And we, at the end of the day, we should have the best interest of our profession as the heart. One of the objectives of the M&A of the Sierra Leone Bar Association is the protection of the reputation and integrity of the profession, right? So for me, that's what burns me, that do we just sit and watch this and do nothing as professionals and pretend as if we're enemies? We're not enemies. The profession is what we have. I keep telling this story because it illustrates something for me personally. As Secretary of the General Legal Counsel, I saw 5 different attorney generals come and go in the 7 years that I served. And every single one, when they leave, have one thing that they do. You know what that is?
No.
They renew their license to practice.
Then return back.
Now,
they become lawyer. They return back to becoming lawyer.
One green side and get.
Yeah.
I don't go 2 years. I don't be diplomats. Also, I don't come back to.
Yeah.
Me profession.
Yeah.
Right? I can do inside media, but also I come back to. Me profession. Right? So that we try. Whosoever we delay will not dirty that water they take. It's nasty for we all.
Nikki, the election right now, the different groups, it seems tense. It seems somehow it's election. It's more one of the like we been the talk earlier. But how before even going to the election, whosoever I get for happen, una get this kind of understanding of what you they say. So say we are going into this election, but we still have this profession to forgive the kind of respect we deserve, because we all agree. Law profession na envious profession, respectful. We talk about many side, but lately, the picture is alala plaba. How una someone like you? How will you try for ensure? So even if people in the contest against you, una get this common understanding that una for do like how been done kenema.
Well, Lamana, if you watch, you see that we don't be very careful. I think you sit down there with Mr. Bender, we don't come on, and even with me and the various platforms that we don't go, be very careful for ensure say there's always mutual respect. I know I'm not gonna sit on any side where I go allow, whoever for denigrate, Ms. Tuba Jabi, different, members of the executive. I'll speak the truth as I know it and which I don't experience. But I'm not denying for put anybody down or denigrate anybody. Same even with our lawyers in the various professions. So if you go inside it with that kind of like determination and attitude that it's an election and people then get the right for puts themselves up for candidacy for various positions and with their own personal convictions as to why they need to do. But that's not mean say we get for act like say we dey inside pigsty. We don't have we're not get for do that. At the end of the day, whether you day inside you host in public or wherever, that mantle the way they carry the profession in tenets, even what you required for do both in you lawyer garb and out still holds. So I always get that in the back of my mind, So now that's what we go with. That it's an election. Yes, I feel say I qualified and I for come for this position, but that's not mean say we'll get for feds now grown like dog and puss.
Yeah, but you trust the process of going into this election?
And not get any reason at this point for impute any kind of bad motive on anybody. So until and unless I get, I can say with all confidence that this is, I'll go continue for trust that we're gonna get there. Yes, notice don't come out, and yes, there are questions about, it's not clear what's meant by logistics, but we'll get the answers.
When is the AGM going to be held?
We'll be asking the questions and we will get the answers. We're not just get for go on indefinitely. That's clear. So we'll ask and we'll get the responses, I'm totally sure. But I me believe say we all go behave as mature adults with integrity and with the knowledge that we credibility there at stake.
What it require for unite the bar at this time?
I mean, at this point, it probably needs like a, what's it can call come to Jesus moment.
What is that?
Yeah, so sometimes we all need for sit down to get out to ourselves and really just talk and really just, address people that issue there and not, spend a bunch of time throwing stones or daggers or, denigrating or condescending to other professionals. Yeah.
And we've seen that happening. We've seen people went out to lawyers. I see one lawyer party they tell me say, apart from what happened in Kenema, there's not been any other time where you see people and went out to lawyer, they run commentary on the bar and in calling people and where they contest for the election names. Again, I'm coming to the point about things happening where they clearly, show some division, some tension within the election.
Well, let me ask if you refer to like social media posts?
Yeah,
like
about
that?
Individuals.
I mean, my own take na in where I don't see na salon anytime woman in cow for position anyway. They must strive for .u name some kind how whosoever SIUD. That's just women in leadership in general in Sierra Leone. But we no need for engage. So what to me find most interesting now when them people they are, whoever them be, they make them kind of a post. If you watch the comments underneath, the public addresses it. Like this has nothing to do with the price of fish at the end of the day. Waiting, but you see that's not the easy and lazy side for go when you're not getting out here for talk for the person.
But these are mostly fueled by people who are from within, and
I don't know who's fueling them, and I don't care. I not go countenance them from either side. Me don't make my own position clear that not to that kind of politics that we or campaigning we they engage in. So if you say we're not going to encourage them for talk about the possible way you say now your own candidate or the opponent candidate, it's all nasty business, and you know get no place and not bearing on waiting the person when they do either as an incumbent or want for do as a challenger. So it's a distraction.
Okay.
And it get no bearing on how person get for go before for go vote.
How does the bar get better, Nikki? You mentioned sludge. We set up we saw this coming. We set up a system.
Yeah.
We agree say the executive not for conduct to election because they will be contesting in the election.
Yeah.
Let's set up a body of credible people. We vote for them. Then get a term. When then term done, we vote for other people, and they conduct election. Before the election, then they announce nomination. Time for if you get concerned about anybody, we publish the list before the election. And payment, now I pay with my phone. I pay through mobile money. I get the receipts. I can't go to the secretariat. Then give me receipts. We set up a system. How do you get the bar better? We go put more power on our business because we're in the bar na fambule na this. But how do you make the bar better so that them concerns they are when it come to election? Go there about Nikki standing at the door. She wants to pay. She wants to get her receipt. She's not getting it.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How do you make it better?
So I mean, if anybody way get humility, you should be able to be in a position to learn from things that show some sort of best practice. Maybe in the past the bar wasn't as big, so it was easier to conduct the business the way we conducted it. Maybe now as our numbers are getting greater, you get for and you're moving in. I mean, obviously in 2026, you have to move with the times. You get for digitize some things. You get for make certain processes easier. We in the past, yes, when when the current directors, the executive, don't get an account for their period of time, there's a point in time at the AGM in which they say goodbye, thank you very much, they step down, and then the members of the company, that's the those who are there, then elect or appoint those who would conduct
the election.
The election. So in a sense, that was happening. It wasn't, the elections aren't conducted by the executive. It's not conducted by the executive, right?
Well, it's then inside the all they choose the most senior.
That's usually
person.
what would happen, you know. So it's and it's not just one. There's usually 3 or 4, if I recall, who would take us through the process. You'd have somebody who would be asked to be there to help with the counting. I've done counting for bar elections in the past. So and we would do a roll call within the hall. So everybody, they'd have the list. You'd go through all the names and to show that you're present at that time. So it's not that there were not processes and procedures. It doesn't have to be as complicated as we're trying to make it right now. But yes, indeed, we should ensure in the future that it becomes less easy for anyone to be accused of, or for any kind of like malintent to be attributed to any one person because of simple things like someone not physically being present when they say they're going to be physically present.
You're in this to win.
Absolutely. I mean, I listen. I contested for a position at the bar before. I was going for PRO of the bar at that time, contesting against Abubakar Toure, who was the incumbent, and I was contesting, and then I think it was 3 of us going for the position of PRO that year. Myself and Abubakar Toure was the incumbent, and Drusel Taylor, and I lost narrowly to him. So I'm not afraid of going into an election, and I clearly am not going into the election because I don't want to win, and I most certainly believe that I can and will, and clearly I consider myself a fitting candidate to go forward.
So you can speak to members of the bar now. We sometimes don't give them sleep and then don't qualify for votes. You can speak to them. Why should they choose Nikki?
They should choose Nikki because Nikki is a proven, credible candidate. She is a member of the bar who has always been one who works for the interests of the bar, who has supported, both in front and behind of bar activities, and is someone who is able to speak to any and everyone, and who is committed and believes that the bar can be and should be better than what it is right now, and who trusts that lawyers have at the heart of it the best interests of their profession at heart. And so, that's what we should go forward with, believing that we can change things and we can move things forward. And we know I make people in put some power profession. We not take kindly to it. So we say stuff that can be for in short say, no, I want to let you put some power me.
Exactly.
But in a positive manner.
Exactly.
And I want to let you
No, we all say, hey, but would they wait for you waiting the Bible say about this?
Next day I can sit down. I don't want to let nobody can tell me but sludge.
Sludge
just there.
But you can learn from sludge. There is nothing wrong.
Or Transport Union. or who? And the other day I was, with the dear Alfonso Manley, CSO representative, giving the bar recommendations. I mean, thank you very much. But really, this is where we are. Come on, my fellow lawyers. Let's get it together. This cannot.
So you're trying to save the bar.
Listen, I'm nobody's savior. I'm not going to put that, I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on myself or that sort of ego on myself. I'm not. All I am is I have been, and I always am a servant leader. And when I believe in something, I get involved. And anywhere I can say this, that I have worked or been involved with. They always say, Nikki, if we commit to something, it go really, it go there with you, go there with you, go there with you. That's me. because I'm always thinking about, it's not just for myself, but those who are coming up behind. What do we want?
Yeah.
What do we want to leave them with?
How will you want to be remembered?
Yes, when I walk down the street with my shoulder waking cack or whatever, I don't want for the beliefs. But lawyer, no. I get highly offended.
I understand. The law profession, if you go to school now and ask kids what they want to be, they'll tell you they want to be lawyers.
Yeah.
And the pressure, I think, the expectation is very high. Now that people expect, say, lawyers, now them, a very expected profession, and people them we would talk for the people them as a pressure group or interpret the law in the right way, so the public will understand. And I think that they make a lot of people they ask about the law, the bar association and waiting lawyers, and they do. So it's nothing wrong. I don't tell this large president. We can take bar association to a process and explain how we conduct. By the way, we'll get AGM next week. Now McKinney, and most of we don't pay online. We don't get ala chef. So we can help bar association. By the way, I
want to remind you that I've been here in this country long enough to remember that Sludge didn't just get there. As well, you went through your own cultural
no, that's true. That's true.
So all mine they go through in you, and it's a process. It's a but you at the end of the day, if you're willing, and you get your profession, whatever your profession at heart, I think you really can move the needle a little bit. I really truly that my own drive and my own commitment.
Well, we wish you well, Nikki. Thank you so much for your time. We wish you the very best. We look forward to when they go announce the date for the election, and hopefully we decide to talk to the president as well. Hopefully in this program. But thank you, Nikki, and all the best.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. We can talk to our next guest. Them continue for stay with me.
In the heart of Sierra Leone's dynamic rhythm, Rocal Commercial Bank is your beat to a brighter financial future. We're not just a bank, but we're your financial partner committed to your success. We've got the financial tools you need to rise higher. Our team is here to serve you with speed and a smile because your time matters to us. So, are you ready to unlock financial prosperity? Highlighting key banking services such as Keke loans, Combra account, fixed deposits, SME loans, internet and corporate banking, from savings that grow your dreams to loans that fuel your ambitions. Demonstrating fast and friendly customer service. Showcasing cutting-edge banking technology and ATMs. Access your money anytime, anywhere with our state-of-the-art technology and a network of ATMs. Our Rocal SimCopper app puts banking in your hands, where you can pay for EDSA, Afri Money, Orange Money, and pay bills including school fees and make transfers to other bank accounts. Remember, you can also experience Rocal e-banking today. Then join us now. Visit any of our branches or explore our website. Rocal Commercial Bank, your bank of choice.
I run a small logistics company. Every cent counts. I didn't think I needed a fuel card until I got the Cornex fuel card. Now, I track exactly how much fuel my fleet uses, in real time. And when my wife or kids need fuel, no cash, no stress. It's safe, accepted nationwide, and I control how much goes on each card. At the end of the month, I see the savings, real savings. Cornex fuel card. I didn't know I needed it. Now, I can't run my business or family without it. Fuel smart. Live smart. Visit any Cornex filling station to sign off, or any Cornex office to get your card.
Let's go, come on, outside. Hey, I'm telling you what. My son crew, but one of them outside. Anytime see you, I know the trust by Sabi News. We shall never see by Sabi News. We are gonna see the green by Sabi News. Come, Sabi News. I know the trust by Sabi News. We shall never see by Sabi News. We are gonna see the green by Sabi News. Sabi News, follow with us Sabi News. I guess you just bring this. I know they are so let's go going on the sixth time. We get idea past the west. Idea three ball on key and not pass up. I can show them what to do on me, not pass up. But I know that every one time. Who that make the child move that it's on like this? Strength will be in the walk down like this. I feel vision with the power with the sound like this. I change the game in there like the man should be. All once. One study water like a boat ship. Shape and the sleeves making pop up.
Orange Maxis gets flexible data and voice plans them we go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 Leone and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now on Maxit. Download the app and stay connected.
Orange. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
You don't hear the good news? With Darlene Mercury, you don't come with the biggest news this year. With the Mercury Win a House raffle, you will get your own chance for win host this year, especially if you get Luckian. Make we celebrate the Mercury Win a House raffle, where they begin April 1 and end July 21 this year. For qualify for this raffle, you for play up to 50 Leones where you buy it per online sports game and up to 250 Leones per the Vegas game them. The more you play, the more you will get chance for win. But you not go qualify for the Mercury Win a House raffle if na bonus money or free spin you use for play. You go only win with money where you pull in your pocket for play, and if you make sure say you bite inside this period where the game then they go on. Now for try hard and increase your chance for win this host now the Mercury Win a House raffle where they run between April 1 and July 21 this year. Play more Mercury online sports and Vegas game them and win more raffle tickets them. The more you play, the more you get chance for win more raffle tickets and get more chance for win host where Mercury don't put down. This na big one oh. Mercury Win a House raffle don't come for we. Sometimes now you don't come so.
Orange Maxit app, they give you more sweet special features we designed for make you life simple. No miss events. Buy tickets for concerts, sports match or any show directly from the app. Enter the marketplace, shop latest products them, check special offer them and enjoy exclusive deals. If you make mistake on transaction, no worry. The app gets instant reversal feature where they give you control over your money. All the special features here and more they waits for you inside the app. Download Maxit now and enjoy the full experience.
Orange.
Welcome back. This is the Tooth Morning Devotion on Tooth FM 103.9. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We also the broadcast live from we partner radio stations them across the country. We just don't talk about the bar session. We can't talk about the environment. Tomorrow, na World Environment Day. And it will be commemorated. I'm sure there are activities planned by EPA and other organizations them and institutions them in the country. But Orange now we partner and also then they partner with Takugama for observe the day and also for help for preserve the Salon biodiversity, protect the environment and promote ecotourism. So this morning I get Alison French, we na the head of CSR na Orange Salon. Alison, welcome. Good morning.
Thank you. Family morning.
Thanks for joining us. I also get Bala. Bala, good morning.
Good morning, Labrona. Why you laugh?
You can't name the chimp today. So I've been on the channel about the chimp, right? It was given to us by Bala for help for raise awareness. We're national animal, yes, and we don't get an. I've been on the ask for names. for people for suggest names. So we don't get a name. So today we do the punado of the Bobala will do that before we leave. Bobala, good morning and welcome. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning to be here.
Yes.
I like truth and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. And thanks for the support and collaboration. So we can forget something we they remind way of Takugama and how for protect the environment and promote biodiversity as well. But I listen last start with you. Una they partner with Takugama, right? For observe the world environment. They as part of una own effort for protect the environment. Waiting una they do specifically with Takugama.
So Orange Sierra Leone we dey plant 5,000 trees alongside Takugama, and we not just dey do in silo. We dey ensure say we get the community members involved, we get staff members involved. Currently we get about 160 staff we don't sign up for be part of this tree planting exercise, and Mr. Bala don't so graciously give we at least 6 acres plot of land where we go plant on tomorrow. And also not we want to do, as I say, there's the community involved, because if we decide say we want to do and the community not involved, I make we go get incidences of like fire where community they go burn usai tree don't plant and whatnot, and we don't want that day. So we don't choose say get the community involved, let them know say the project na their own. Whatever we they do na the community na for them. Not so for just Orange.
Okay.
Yes, Orange is there, but the community na the bigger.
What's in our Orange in business per environment per planting tree?
So Orange in business per planting tree. Now environment now one of we biggest pillars under the CSR strategy. Right? And so we realize say we get a lot of harm where we they do to the environment based on the fact say some of the sites them they run on gen, and that feedback they not good for the environment. So in one little way we dey ensure say in as much as we get for run the sites them, we also get for give back to the environment. So reforestation is one of the key activities then when it comes to the environment, because obviously pollution they unbog the environment, and in as much as yes we also they try, we get out of 637 sites we have over 500 sites we don't solarize, and 48 of them sites then they now in the deep rural sites and deep rural areas where very hard to reach communities, so they are 100% solarized. So we get all this way they try for do for ensure say we not they deplete the environment completely, we they try for give back.
Bala, I know we don't talk about how private sector, community people ownership, like she said, the community people owning what you're doing at Takugama, and understanding say Takugama is not just about having the chimps, but also now what's a source for the Congo Dam and all of it. But what's in this partnership mean, getting Orange for come and plant tree?
The global body UNEP, they declared this year that the theme for this year is actually it's for nature, it's for climate. That's the theme. So this is what Takugama does on a daily basis. So for me, I don't need to come into this kind of thing because there is a day. This is what Takugama does on a daily basis for climate, for forest. So a community is so important because without them, because you cannot depend on government institutions to safeguard some of these areas. These are very critical ecosystems. Where we sit, the Western Area Peninsula Forest, it is more or less the westernmost part of the Upper Guinean rainforest, which probably about 95% is already gone. So there is only 5% left. And I think we have an important role to play that to protect this forest, because Takugama is sitting in an area, I would even call it's the lungs for Freetown. That's the forest. This is what cleans the air. This is the forest that absorbs the CO2 and probably giving us some good air coming down. This is what stops the erosion. This is what stops landslides and things like that. So and plus all our water is harvested from this forest. So it's important, not just us as individuals, as a small institutions. I would say that we've been doing government's work for a very, very long time, but it's nice to see private people coming in, and mobile companies are big. And as Alison was telling, that everyone leaves a footprint in terms of what we are doing to the climate. So there is something we can do to reverse the situation. So when Orange approached us and we said, yes, definitely there are areas along Takugama catchment area, like as you know, I came to do a program with you a couple of months ago, I think, where there was so much of destruction along the area. And so we're trying to reclaim these areas, because you cannot just keep withdrawing and pushing the boundary back as and when the land grabbers and encroachment is continuing to taking place.
So Takugama get that vast land there for plants the amount of tree?
Well, Takugama is within the national park, so it's not a question about whether we have the land. The country has it.
Yeah, with the encroachments and all.
Yes,
Still.
So we are basically protecting those areas that has been encroached, and the government has, in some areas, they've done a good job in terms of pushing back. So when you push back, we don't want to leave this place as a grey area, as if who is going to get it. So it's the best thing. What we could do is go back to that area. If we have government has pushed the encroachment guys already out, the encroachers out, the land grabbers out, immediately re-establish yourself, plant the trees and say this is how it used to be. Because this is a catchment, there's no business for anybody to allocate a land there, because Freetown depends on this water catchment. I mean, you may look at it as just Takugama. If you go to Congo Dam, you want to cry these days. Even before the rains, not a drop of water. Everything has evaporated. It's not only around protecting the forest around Congo Dam and Takugama, because the source is all in the middle. The same source gives water to Guma Valley. It's the same water that is going to Orogu and Sussex and all that. So if you're tampering there, if you go there now, the amount of destruction that has taken place along the number 2 Toke Biobari axis, the source is being cut off, and you can see the effect all the way here on this side of the mountain, because the water is evaporating on all the way coming down. That means we are going into some real difficult times, and I think everybody needs to come on, and I'm happy that Orange is joining us also in this.
Listen, I go ask, for planting tree and one thing, but for ensure say then go well and monitor them is important. Then they not the responsibility of Bala,
it's a joint.
So how na get for do that?
It's a joint. As I say, it's a joint responsibility. We get an MOU with Bala and in team, and ensure say we get for the do whether quarterly or biannually, we get for the go inspect the trees, and that's why the community as well is involved, because they have to be giving support for ensure say then what are the tree for let it grow, right? So now a joint effort, not just one person.
What you already they do before now with regards to like you say, there's footprints, the pollution, and what you already they do with regards to the environment?
So the past couple of years, we don't plant 10,000 trees na Moyamba. We don't do something in collaboration with EPA last year, the Green Marathon, where we did the run, and then part of it was also beach cleaning. And also we don't do with IOM and Maritime, where we cleaned the stretch of the beach. So we don't they try small. We're not perfect, but we know say we efforts them, don't they go.
So as part of this commemoration this year, na symbolic tree planting no more with the staff them na on one day they do them, or it's
so Bala and in team don't support we the site is already been dug, so we they go and we go actually plant, not for just go pretend we
now they go the trees there now.
We already source through Bala.
Okay, yes. And they go plant them.
Yes.
Yeah, Bala, I will ask Sam about protecting these trees. For plants and one thing, and like you say, everybody they want to come to that space now. Then they say, I think the Minister of Lands went around there, right? They say they go around regions, I see them they broke, and I'm always asking how they say people are not building and come broke. They start building and we all drive past and see and we don't take action. But how do you protect these trees?
Two ways. Like last year, we did another program with UNDP through Ministry of Environment. We planted 100,000 trees. But these are all tracked Everything is tagged with a geotag. So you know a tree is planted and you know the coordinate of that tree. So that means you can monitor to see whether these trees are continuing to survive or they are gone. So that's one way of looking at it. On this one, it is much closer to Takugama, so we can easily monitor. It's an area that falls within our regular patrols, so we can look at it. And the good thing is we are planting the right time. We are planting now, it's June. And once you are careful with the kind of trees you choose to plant, it's a catchment area, it's a very rich catchment, you don't really need to water it. If it can goes through up to October, the rainy season, it would have well rooted, it would have established itself. You don't really need to worry. You may have to have some intervention in some areas because you don't know how the rock is under. Sometimes it can be a hot area, some of them might die, then you choose to plant back or you move from that site or something. So I think monitoring is not going to be difficult. It's not.
Are these economic trees or?
No, these ones are near the catchment. We want people not to come so much near. So these are mainly forest species. But when we planted with you, and what we did was we planted economic trees close to the community so the community can continue to benefit. Then as we went on the slopes, we went for trees that were originally there, the trees that would survive there. So that's the way of it.
How involved is the community on this process?
Very much so. When we did the last planting also, almost I would say 99% of the people who participated, all from the community. And it's the same thing here at this time. This is much smaller compared to the last one, but still we have recruited people from the community to come and participate. That's the future. Otherwise, at least when people really get their hands dirty and plant something, I think they will have an obligation towards protecting it. And I think,
Alison, I see you they agree with Bala. Yes, the community
definitely.
involvement.
For let projects succeed in a community level, they have to be involved. They have to accept it. They have to own it. And that's what they look for.
And this one, they work with them directly in the planting and also monitoring the trees. Bala, how is the canopy work coming up?
Canopy work is coming up nicely. We hope that by end of June or early July, we should be able to open it. But you need to understand why a canopy walk at Takugama.
Yeah.
So go by the name, canopy. This is why we sat together with UNDP and said, okay, you know what, we need to have something that really resonates with everybody. You cannot be walking on a canopy walkway when your canopy is gone. So the idea is, again, we run this canopy walkway over the forest, over the canopy, so that everyone stands there and appreciate what we have protected. We don't want to have a canopy walk over pan bodies and destroyed buildings. So this is the whole idea, people to connect. So everybody is going to walk. It's not just a tourist destination you want to walk, but you're going to appreciate what you look down to see. This has been protected. And what is going to happen if you continue to protect it? That means you have water security. You will know that Congo Dam catchment is protected. That means all the mountain villages, even all the way up to hill station, will continue to receive the water. So the canopy water, yes, it's a tourist attraction, but there is a lot more bigger meaning behind the canopy walk.
And I know we don't talk about the fights where you get people them would encourage go burn trees and forget land for build houses. How much is it going now? Are you still fighting?
Lamrana, every day. It hasn't gone away every day. I mean, this is what we want to see government and its agencies to move from commitments to real actions. Because it's no point promising we are going to do that, we are going to do that. It is happening. I'm grateful some actions are being taken, but it's not consistent. You need to continue to do it. It's like firefighting all the way. When you have a big problem, people come in and help you to push. Go away. Then the thing starts again. So the people who are doing the damage also, they understood the pattern. It's not consistent. They know it's not permanent. We can, okay, fine, this is our time. They pushed us back, but don't worry, they're going to relax. We'll come back. So this is what's going on all around the peninsula.
And we get to all environment, they will be celebrating with speeches and all of it tomorrow. What do we do beyond just the talk and?
This is it, Lamrana. I'm not here to celebrate. We are here to commemorate. because you cannot celebrate if you really look at our hills, how they are going. So how can we celebrate? We cannot celebrate. So Takugama or Bala is here not to celebrate. I'm here to commemorate and also to highlight the issues what's going on, wake up the people to know that these are, 1-2 year we're going to have an election campaign. I see a lot of attention is being given by everybody on the white powder business and all these other things. We are here all the time, the news is on that. But the biggest threat is our environment, to be honest to me. You know what I mean? And that is not really being highlighted so much, right? As I said, Western Area Forest Reserve is the lungs for Freetown. And it is the water. It is our, you say water is life, and we are cutting off the water. This is more of a problem than all the other things we are talking about. I think this is why I expect even the media to really jump on this thing. It has to be probably one of the most important election campaign messages from whichever the party. They have to focus on
environment. I agree with you.
It's completely being destroyed. Completely.
I agree with you. We like I keep saying, we need to get a common ground. We need to get issues them who they present to the politicians. Them say you forgive commitment on how you they address this, and it's sad that we don't get talk about this. And like you said the other day, I was telling the head of NPPA, the Protected Area Authority, the analogy you gave here. If you buy a vehicle, you have this vehicle, the tires are not good, right? You bring a new driver. Say because the other driver not been the drive the motor car fine, but you not change the tire them.
Nothing.
The motor car go still get accidents and they not go drive well. And that is what I understand is happening with the authority. They don't have vehicles, they don't have resources, and we create these institutions and we don't fund them to operate. And
it's very sad.
It's sad.
And it's the catch and mouse situation, because you blame the authority not doing anything. Authority will tell you if you have the means, we'll do it. Right? Then why you create the authority? If you cannot, don't buy a car if you cannot put the fuel. You don't want to park it in your house.
Exactly. I was telling the guy, I said, so I don't they ask them. I have been talking about Badin Creek, about environmental issues. And I checked with them and they will say, man, we can do what we don't have. We don't have resources. We can't go to the field. We don't have vehicle. We have only one vehicle. How do we monitor? We can't hire more people. How do we get guards na the forest them? And it's tough, but thank to Orange for the intervention and waiting and they do presently. And Alison, how do we go beyond just Environment Day and private sector institution like Orange see the reason for work more with institutions like Takugama for help for protect the environment? What's in the commitment?
So we commitments now for say the environment now we priority. If the environment's not healthy, then we future they at stake. So we're committing to protecting the environment from Orange.
Yes. So the planting, anybody can be part. If we have one join, we can join Una.
You're welcome. You know we partner.
Okay. Exactly, definitely. It's important. It's very, very important for be part of Yes, Bala, you want to say?
Yeah, you're asking how Orange can continue. For me, planting 5,000 trees with Orange this year for the World Environment Day is a beginning. I don't look at it as a one-off thing. I don't want to plant 5,000 trees every year with Orange and nothing happens in between. So for me, I think what I would look from a strong mobile company like Orange is how they can get involved on the digital advocacy. That is more important, because you don't just plant and leave. Let's come up with ideas, how we can send messages, this and that, continue that cycle going. And also create a way whereby make people to understand, everyone concerned about environment. We can create products with Orange. You can call like a forest bundle or a chimp bundle or something like that, so that everybody, when you buy a bundle of 1 GB or something, and you are having a bonus, let's say just 100 leones or something, that can go into a coffer where Orange can say, okay, this particular money we're going to
use it for the environment.
So that we can, the question you asked Alison, how are you going to look after? There is money for that. And you have, in terms of you want to plant more chimps. I mean, more trees, things like that. I think it's possible. So I think I'm looking beyond the 5,000 tree planting. I want it to be a very true and meaningful partnership so that we can show for the next 5,000 what we have done in between.
Yeah.
That's more important.
Impact.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for
Yeah.
in this partnership.
Yes, yes. Hopefully, this will continue. We know, say, Orange are very serious company and institution.
Yes.
And,
You look cool with that.
Yeah, I look cool with it. That's okay. Bala, you need to take. Yeah, it looks cool. So we can give a name. I will hand it over to you, Bala.
Yes.
And you'll announce the name. I've already told you the name
I
of
think
this.
it fits. I think Takugama has become a brand. I
Yes.
think people connect
Yes.
the Takugama brand, not just for the chimps, for
Yeah.
the water we protect, the forest we protect.
Yes.
So I think a name that should last for long would be Takugama.
Takugama.
So, I won't call him
So Bala, there is a ceremony. I'm a Muslim, in a Fula. We have a way of naming
Yes.
things. So Alison will hand over the chimp to you. I'll ring the bell. I'll ring the bell twice, and you will officially and formally announce the name of our chimp. Yes, you'll do that. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for this opportunity, and I'm always comfortable when I'm with a chimp.
Yeah, I know.
So-
So I'll ring the bell twice, and you'll announce the name. Go ahead, Bala.
This is Takugama, and he's going to be here for a very long time. And every time you see this guy, you think about your forest, think about the water we protect, think about our children in terms of what kind of environment we want to leave behind for our children. So this is Takugama, and he's here to stay.
Yes,
Come round.
Takugama is here to stay.
It's yours.
Yeah, we've got a new baby. We've got a new. We don't get a name. We don't tell who defend the name. Alison, Orange adopt Takugama.
We will talk about that.
So Orange gave for adopt Takugama. So he gave for there. He then in small corner. Usai been there. We gave for put on there. But this now we on way for continue for raise awareness about the environment and support Takugama with waiting Bala they do, waiting Bala don't they do, and waiting continue for do. So get a tripartite relationship now. Every other World Environment Day, we are committed ourselves. We are committing not only on World Environment Day, but also for work with Orange, Takugama, for help for protect the environment and raise awareness about biodiversity and the good work with Bala they do for protect Takugama. Takugama is not just about chimps. Now they live very close to Takugama, by the way.
Right.
And now they Congo Dam Day.
Yes.
If you drive past that area, you see how the forest thick and they do a lot of things for we with the free tongue. So it's not just about chimp, but Bala Takugama is open, right? People can visit if they wish by tomorrow and go. Yes. So this is our way on commitment, and thanks na Bala been provide this for we. So we don't ask people they waiting at the name. We don't get different name then. Some people they say call and resilient, call and salon bobo. But I don't get a name for one today. The chimp here in our studios is called Takugama as part of recognizing the work Bala is doing with Takugama and also for raise awareness about biodiversity, ecotourism and protecting the environment. Thank you so much, Alison, and thank you, Bala. Hopefully, Alison will get back to we waiting. Orange get for do for adopt Takugama, you know. But thank you so much, and we wish you the very best. So I've been asked people can be part of the planting if they wish. They can come around.
So we get specific partners where we don't invite.
Okay.
But yes, it was supposed to be get staff involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and partners.
Who will be around? We are partners. Yes, Bala.
I can suggest something. If any new people want to join in, let them come with one tree. And
Okay.
they can plant it for themselves.
So you can come with a tree.
5,000 can become 10,000.
Yes, so if you want to join the Orange Takugama tree planting activity, come with a tree. And I know say my man M Cat, Mustafa Kata, he lives up around Sugarloaf. He'll come around. If they're around, they go join them. We're very concerned about the environment and other people as well. So we can come around, we'll find trees.
Yes.
Suits media, we'll come plant tree on 3 days.
Why not?
We'll find a tree and we'll come there and plant a tree.
Perfect.
But thank you so much, Bala. Thanks for your good work. Thanks, Alison. And we definitely will be part of the tree planting process. So we'll take a break. We can talk to our next guest. Continue for Stay with We.
The National Protected Area Authority (NPAA), when at the office where government set up for look after protected area them na the country, they want all man where they buy land, build house, cut stick, burn charcoal, mine, cut mangrove, na the wetland.
Up the hill them
for tapa 110 because the law go bet you tranga one where you go pay boku money or go jail, and self you go pay the money and same way so you go the jail. So no say they no want you na for the tomorrow bambai. So if you see person they do them bad thing there na the wetland or protected area na the country, na for report them na the National Protected Area Office where they near you. So if we see caterpillar or motocar them where they go back filling the wetlands them, we go seize them and the law go bet you tranga one. So protect the environment for protect yourself.
This message comes to you from the National Protected Area Authority (NPAA).
At Farmos, freshness isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. From raw and smoked catfish to kanya peppers, beni, rice and gari kanya and natai, from premium crayfish, ogiri and fufu to smoked chicken, fresh eggs from the farm to the fridge, country chicken and garden fresh vegetables. Try our habanero pepper, gari, hot pepper sauce, pure honey and so much more. All locally produced, organically grown, harvested fresh every day and hygienically processed. A fresher taste, healthier foods, stronger communities. Farmos, fresh from our farms to your home.
Orange Maxit app, they give you more sweet special features we designed for make you life simple. No miss events. Buy tickets for concerts, sports match or any show directly from the app. Enter the marketplace, shop latest products them, check special offer them and enjoy exclusive deals. If you make mistake on transaction, no worry. The app gets instant reversal feature where they give you control over your money. All the special features here and more they waits for you inside the app. Download Maxit now and enjoy the full experience.
Orange.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from the studios na Ilkot na Freetown. We just don't talk about the environment. So we've got a new friend here, Takugama. We don't name the chimp. We don't get names them, a lot of names, from people, but yeah, we don't get a name now. Now I name Takugama. So anytime you come here, you can say hi to Takugama now in studios. But now go put you on district now. They go Sam and Len, who's with colleague Asan Joanna Komade on the phone. For give you update, there is a chieftaincy election way for Apple, but I think the process they start today. Good morning, Asan.
Yes, good morning, people in Radio Land, and good morning, Lamana.
So, Asan, what the situation? What's in the happen na Samalen presently?
Well, Malen Chidom, now one of the Chidom where they inside the Pujam district. Today, events where they happen there, a very historic for the past 40 years, and not they don't happen at all since the election of the late Paramount Chief. Victor Brahma City Kebi, where they don't be in power for over 40 years. Today now the day for the declaration of rights. Thousands of indigenes of Malen Chidom, the all day today now also for make the car witness the declaration of rights for aspirants them where they don't come out for different ruling houses them for current contest this particular election will happen on the 14th.
Who are they contest this election? Who are they qualify and who are they contest?
Well, the presiding officers they get for there, we na the provincial administration get for there for able for talk around this but for push up this one. Many a time some of these things already happen. The provincial administration that then they in charge for see together with the association chiefs them for see who that qualify. Based on what we get as the program get for can start very soon. Now 14 aspirants them they for different ruling houses them. The ruling houses them we know who we don't show up in the process. Now the Senga ruling house, you get the Kotu ruling house, you get the Magbi ruling house, you have the Kebi ruling house, you have also the Kotu ruling house and the Sengoba ruling house. That ruling house then they contest now 14 of them. But the provincial administration therefore sit down with the assessor chief therefore see which ruling house therefore legitimate for get right for let them get in the box. Because for over 40 years they know they do election since the election of Parliament Chief VBS Kebi that last year. So now based on that they make the provincial the Ministry of Local Government thought and see let them conduct a Parliament Chief election where they don't set this date aside for declaration of right.
You know, Malen Chiefdom na de Sokfin they operate, right? The palm oil company, right?
Yes, sir.
So the one of the person where you mentioned, so one of the candidate, they're not a member of parliament?
Yes, the Honorable Shaka Musa Sama, now a member of parliament now this end, and in the contest under the Magbu ruling house. Now then three they come out from that particular ruling house for Timap. Well, people then don't they watch and say why the member of parliament they contest again. And further the law permit them. So therefore one day become now the chiefdom therefore make a very clear that the law permits us say well a go Timap and go out for Timap now in ruling house. Also again the contention will be that the Honorable Chief Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone David Moina Senge also came from Malin Chiefdom. In back also again in Big Brother they will team up from the Senga ruling house the whole day. But this thing is so unique in the way that the kind of information will be go on that issues go happen. So high level of security apparatus and then Abuja district here, the security ONS, the police, the military, the influx of the Dena Pujonia, I mean Malin Chiefdom for say how the declaration will carry on because they be done the area of threats now this particular aim.
So the election is that tense that you know you forget that kind of security there. I thought this is just people of the same chiefdom and community people electing the paramount chief, or is it that tense?
The place is too tense in the right. Today is declaration of right. Today they can't explain how they get the right to the throne. If what qualify them, how the papa and our great grandfathers they be signed the treaties for able to ensure say they get the throne. You know, the local government has make a very clear chieftaincy act say that any chieftaincy, any oath for be exist before 1961. So they get to watch into all that. And that make the provincial administration and the assessor chiefs and two assessor chiefs can get for preside over this for watch into that. You know, Malone, as I tell you, is very unique because the company then also and if you don't agree that what if you don't happen disagreement the thing the place is split with the MP side towards how the company the whole people etc. So because of this one now that make security they say well no we know they sleep over and with the camp, especially when the only member of parliament it is contest this particular thing here and for 6 years it is stand under the Magbu ruling house when Honorable Shaka Musa Sama it is standing. So today is the declaration of rights. On the 14th will be the election proper on that day.
So the declaration of rights now for identify who that then qualify for be for contest elections, right?
Yes, sir. The declaration of rights that day for because for the past 40 years they don't be done one. So if they want for no, the ruling house they will be done this. So ruling house they be done this, but it be dormant. They not be done the they never contest for any election because the parliament should be done their life. And the election business, when they elect a parliament for life, until he die before they do election. So parliament DBS KB of blessed memory, they spent 40 years in office, more than that. So before they can do like that last year, 2025. So because of that,
they therefore do declaration of right. But some ruling houses, then they, as I will tell you, and one dormant for years. Even the time where the primary VBS can be chimad, some ruling houses will not be doing it will not be contest. They'll be dormant. So now this one of them can know whether they ruling houses will be dormant, they not be contest, if they will get rights further. Now that. But as we speak at the moment, now then the government can explain the birthright, how they get right to the throne, how they able for let them go to give them right. Now that they get for do today.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Hassan.
Away from that,
yeah.
Another paramount chieftaincy election declaration also will commence when a Sakrim chiefdom. Sakrim also now beyond the water in a complete river. It ain't for happen on Monday coming. The own declaration of Friday happen Monday coming. We go be it. So that then back there for do the own. And they do simultaneously with Malin chiefdom. In back home is so it gets your security threat as well, because the paramount chief will just die. When they call her Madam Fawundu, in Grand Pekin they don't contest when Madam Baby Sarah Fawundu. People they try for when they carry say well get right because Grand Pekin in Onkulende Timap, all those things. So that other security be then they aside of where in back get some security threats in them. Because in back then candidate they say if they deny and box, if they don't agree, then they will go on the rampage. So that's another one again back we're very serious. And the thing we're difficult for that now, in one more all our so then say if at all let's say they be the one for prevention for that disasters that we will call at the end of the day.
Well, thank you so much, Hassan, for the updates. We will keep an eye on this story. We'll definitely go bring more updates to the public as and when things and they unfold on the outcome of this birthright or rights where you talk about. Hopefully, we'll talk to you and know by tomorrow for who qualify for contest the elections on the 14th. Thank you so much, Hassan Joanna from Pujem District, for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
Then our colleague Hassan Joanna Koma from Pujeon, there is going to be an election for Malen Chiefdom. Nasa Malen, who's one of the contestants, a sitting member of parliament. It's kind of tense, but you keep an eye on that. So they can go Kailao quickly. We can talk to guests. We get the chairman of the Commission of the Disability Commission, Mr. Sharif, they're between at the studio now. They can talk to him shortly, but let's see if we can go Kailao quickly. There is this report of some alleged or suspected human trafficking case. Police arrest some people them way when they try for travel with women and picking them, and they intercept them, they arrest them. We just want to bring that out as well to the public. We see if we get we colleague on the line now from Kailao. Okay, while so they try for take that call, Simon, we can take a quick commercial break and then we can talk to with us the other guest this morning from the Disability Commission.
Are you tired of waiting in long lines at the bank? Say hello to Omnilight, your ultimate banking solution from EcoBank. With Omnilight, managing your finances has never been easier. Here's why. Omnilight allows you to enjoy easy access to your account information across multiple countries. Monitor your accounts in real time from the comfort of your home or office. Rest assured with Omnilight, all your online transactions are guaranteed secure. Do you need to transfer funds? No problem. Whether it's domestic or international, Omnilight has got you covered. Make multiple payments effortlessly with our convenient multiple transfer service. And paying bills is a breeze with Quick Bill Pay. Plus, schedule future payments hassle-free with standing order. Want a checkbook? Just request it on Omnilight and it will be delivered to your doorstep within 10 working days. Experience the convenience and efficiency of Omnilight today. Visit us online or at your nearest EcoBank branch to learn more. A better way, a better Africa.
When starting your day, getting fit is the first step. When the hustle starts, nothing should stall you. When it's time to plan your future, saving should be easy. When you're ready to expand, no room for excuses. When your child needs relief, waiting isn't an option. And if it's you asking, no isn't an answer. Because for us, when it comes to banking, it's all about you.
Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. You don't hear the good news? With Darlene Mercury, you don't come with the biggest news this year. With the Mercury Win a House raffle, you will get your own chance for win host this year, especially if you get lucky. Make we celebrate the Mercury Win a House raffle, where they begin April 1 and end July 21 this year. For qualify for this raffle, you for play up to 50 leones where you buy it per online sports game, and up to 250 leones per the Vegas game them. The more you play, the more you will get chance for win. But you no go qualify for the Mercury Win a House raffle if na bonus money or free spin you use for play. You go only win with money where you pull na your pocket for play, and if you make sure say you buy it inside this period where the game then they go on. Now for try hard and increase your chance for win this host na the Mercury Win a House raffle where they run between April 1 and July 21 this year. Play more Mercury online sports and Vegas game them and win more raffle tickets them. The more you play, the more you get chance for win more raffle tickets and get more chance for win host where Mercury don't put down. This na big one. Mercury Win a House raffle don't come for we. Sometime na you young don't come so.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9. We broadcast live from the studios na Ilkot na Freetown. And you can always, patronize with we, do business with we, can advertise with we, like a lot of other people in the do. Yeah, but we try our best for support different sectors. You know, people them way. This morning I sit down at the thing I say, I get a lot of people where I don't support with this profession for a very long time. The Minister of Information yesterday shared with pictures some 12 years ago, me and him. Yeah, I remember when he was at the UN, he come back home, I was at Staden, the host and a studio, get conversation about things the way they do for help women and girls, and as well as young people in this country. And yeah, people that we don't run businesses, people that we don't run institutions, people that get ideas and all. Yeah, but now we on contribution, Nandi. Like I always say, we all got a role for play at this society. We can support ourselves as much as we can for let we all grow together. We all need ourselves. We need ourselves, definitely. But this morning, I can talk to somebody where I don't get a very long-standing relationship with. And he's, for me, is one of the Salon good citizen them. Somebody we don't do at the human rights space for a very long time, don't work with Amnesty International, don't work with Human Rights Commission. Now it head the Disability Commission. BNM, I don't talk that now, and I did talk before as well. Brahma Sharif, good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much, Lamana. This is my second time.
Yes, really, Kaya. Yes,
and
exactly.
Thank you for the good work where you do now.
Thank you. So, the Disability Commission. I remember the last year we talk na IDP Day. We talk about what they do.
Yeah.
But I see, give them a lot of visibility, a lot of activities. Like on a daily basis, we must read something about what thing for do with disability, and you always can share, make questions them for the conversation there around. Waiting policies, programs, and things that we people then they do, how then they get in mind people with disability. How much able stabilize this commission, don't take out from Usaide and Usaide presently. I remember the last year we talk about finance constraint. Usaide presently with the commission.
So thank you very much. Where I come here for the first time, I just be don't take over now the commission. And I share with you the vision of the commission when I've been pride. Policy engagement, resilient institution, innovation and inclusion, restoring the dignity of people with disability, and working for their empowerment. That's not be we vision, and that vision will still they drive. But part of that vision actually been driven by we internal capacity gap assessment. I do an analysis of outside the commission be the intended and why the commission do outside. And some of the things that will come out very clearly now, people understanding the work of the commission. I mean, one major something, you know, they can say you don't give what you don't have. People need to understand the commission, and then we slowly engage people for not change the mindsets. Let we not forget, disability issues just they come at the forefront. Of course, we don't get government in, government out where they show some amount of policy commitment. But for move on, not the process, because you need everybody in the space for move disability issues. And one of the things we have been said last year, now for say I want to make the commission an institution of choice by 1 year, and I think say that will happen. So yes, I take up a commission we get challenges about resources. I take up a commission where staff been get problem about getting laptops or desktops. I take up a commission where partnership be very weak, we not respected na the NGO space. I take up a commission where it be say even working with OPDs, organizations of persons with disability, na been challenged. I take up a commission where been get problem working with parent ministry. But now I go tell you some of the developments. One, we don't cement a very solid relationship with the Minister of Social Welfare, because for we, the law is the Minister of Social Welfare to provide supervision for the commission.
Yeah.
And I understand that very clearly. And for us, now an opportunity, because that role the ministry they play don't help for give a leverage for meet with NGOs, meet with donors, engage the ministry, and do a whole lot of things. With resources, yes, I've been ring the bell now, and I go tell you for sure that bell will ring now. 2 weeks after we actually receive a subsidy with subvention.
Okay.
So what we do last year now that we received like 2 quarters subvention, we maybe sort of like a 1.6.
Okay.
1.6 thousand, we are 1.6 billion, 1.6 billion. So what you do now that we manage them and just do small post IDPD activities.
Okay.
And then we keep some for this year, because we know see when the year starts, there's always a challenge for get resources. So you find out say the commission, the function for the past 4 months, we actually been get some resources where, because of my managerial skills, for run the office, we get lights, you for take part by events, deep and policy conversations. So that's happening. Fortunately, we just don't get we first approval from Minister of Finance. With the weights for let work towards forget. We cut out for even this year, we'll not get than it, but we don't they engage at that level.
Okay.
So that's working. But look at the good things. We don't shape with relationship with a partnership relationship on an equal basis with a lot of institutions. Take for example, Special Olympic. We just don't sign an MOU with Special Olympic, and now then they invite the commission for serve as an expert institution for train other Special Olympic organizations in other country.
Okay.
We just don't get requests from Christian Aid for train their staff and their partners on inclusive programming. We don't shape up a relationship with UNDP. In fact, the commission, they as part of the board members now for oversee the UN Indian Fund. We don't shape a relationship with UNFPA. We just don't complete a proposal, what they call the able proposal. We don't shape a relationship with UN Women. The commission is served as an expert member inside the intersection group. We don't improve on the relationship with site savers. Now they can move towards doing a lot of advocacy around the Marrakesh Treaty and the African Disability Protocol. And you go take notice, say, the electoral commissioner for Sierra Leone, chief electoral commissioner, visit the commission yesterday as the first public officer for visit the commission. These are the strides. So, in fact, you know they get a lot of requests. And they tell you one major problem we don't get now that the media requests that the commission they're so high that sometimes you go for big other media houses, because internally I depend train other members for take over. One of the gap will take notice of that the team not be work as a team. So as a trainer, I don't do a lot of capacity building training for my team for work as a team, for understand resource mobilization, for understand time management, for even understand disability etiquette and language, because it's important for work at the institution. So this is where we've come. If you go to my office now or our office now, all staff don't get either a desktop or a laptop. Yes, we get a desktop and laptop. In fact, I go proudly say For the admin staff, now an Apple desktop we get for them. For the finance staff, now an Apple desktop we get for them. For the support staff and program, now an Apple desktop we get for them. And for the program team, we get a laptop. Fortunately, we get a brother, Bokari Bayo, where they US. We're very close men to that in donate a brand new laptop to the commission. Another laptop there with programs team. So now when they complain, the only major problem we get now electricity issues. So then they talk to philanthropists for see how somebody will help you with solar, because you don't have a good generator, because another cost will come about running cost and fear. So they look for the opportunity if somebody will help you with solar, so go run this institution. Now we sound bites now that we go for treat disability as an emergency.
Yeah.
And that's why we now the commission know they sit down. Like you say, we get with 1 month flyer freak. We'll be so they do. In fact, it don't reach to a point of that people don't also come back to you and say, look, this 1 month flyer freak wanna do. It don't raise the commission in profile to an extent that the demand is on the high. So now we don't even extend them to another month. So this other month will still continue. And what will they do now that will they bring provisions within inside the Persons with Disability Act, especially Part 5, where the rights and privileges stay. Right to education, right to free medical, non-discrimination, employment, participation, accessibility, those key components. But as we do that, we also they use emotive advocacy language for draw people inside the conversation. And why are we saying this? People they forget say we all day a second away from being a person with disability.
Yeah.
So you're not vulnerable. Exactly. So you're not going to wait until you become a person with disability before you want to take actions. I will give you an example. When they launched the printing press, the salon printing press, I get a conversation with the Minister of Information. Say the commission will go visit there because we want to check how inclusive the place there. And we go there. And I go tell you, just to access the reception was not inclusive at all. No, somebody on a wheelchair ready for access the reception.
Yeah.
And then you get a ramp where they right at the back. So you go forget somebody will go for on a wheelchair, go right at the back, go round before you come. So why should they talk about inclusion for we want to start with government? The old buildings will not get problem. But new structures so they be refurbished, will be constructed. We once let government put disability issues at the center. Accessibility na will no one for compromise.
Yeah.
And I ask one question. People can say, oh, we're not going to for about structures. And I ask one question. If we're a general manager or the director of an institution or the head of programs of an institution, they use a wheelchair. When I go get a facility we're not accessible.
Yeah.
The question is no. In most of the cases, it's no. No.
Yeah.
So now this one for let people then do. Put yourself at the center for people with disability and let the conversation be about all of us. In fact, in one of the flyers we talk about accessibility, we say if you make facilities accessible to people with disability, you don't make them accessible to everybody. You understand? Because somebody without disability will access a facility where person with disability access.
Yeah. So if anything happen, the facilities.
So that is the conversation. So the commission don't move. I tell you for sure. I get a team where we know enough, but determine where they move. In fact, now maybe you see, but behind the scene I get a strong team, a strong communications team. Me now the head of communication, but I get a strong team where they do the flyers, where they review the messages on a daily basis. So they agree say as commissioner because of authority, now me for start for share the flyers in the morning and then all other people can share. So it's like an internal arrangement, and I am actually enjoying it. You know,
as part of this, you know, one of the concern we always don't share now how you see people with disability out there in the states, you know, either around Cotton Tree or other places, their housing is still a challenge. Also, them been there recently at Pademba Road, they bond, and we see some construction work they go on. They say, what's in the idea of possibly providing either it's affordable housing or side, then people yourself go understand, say, okay, we're here. We can move and go south, they go work. So give them some dignity anyway.
So, the way people they relate with persons with disability on the street, I tell you, the commission don't feel that same way. Now, so a lot of corporate institutions embody and they treat the National Commission for Persons with Disability. I they say this because, Lamana, you cannot expect the National Commission for Persons with Disability for rights to corporate institutions for engage and have conversation. And it takes 6 months for them to reply to them later in the day. Some senior die. Not they ever reply. And that's the same way people they treat people with disability on the street. That let them just live their life. We're not concerned. I'm not a person with disability. The question we ask really, really important. We know how we want for treat them as a commission. That's why we don't begin strengthening with advocacy on participation of people with disability in elections. I think so. We need people with disability in our parliament. We need people with disability in our cabinet.
Yeah.
Because once we get there at this space, then some of these conversations go come. In fairness to the Minister of Social Welfare, she's doing fantastically well for pushing them in the day. With colleagues who in the Pademba Road, we get a fire accident. Of course, we all know say construction will happen for them now, approved school for the 56-bedroom house.
Yeah.
So where they can get these fire incidents, in the wisdom of the Ministry and the National Commission for Persons with Disability and the Office of the Chief Minister, we relocate the people to government quarters already will be done the vacant now approved school. So they already there around approved school, the facility not empty it. But if you talk to them with regards to accommodation, then go tell you one thing. That is the greatest nightmare way people with disability get within our street. And it's not new to me because for working at the National Commission for Persons with Disability, disability issues have been part of the things what they do. But the lucky thing is that I take over in July last year under the rains. And during that 10 days, that night, I work on almost all of the homes inside July, almost all of the homes, now Freetown, for actually see firsthand what thing they happen. But I also don't go right around the country. I don't finish all me till the report is ready. Where we sit down with people with disability and get the conversation. So mistake not be they will design the pride strategy because the D now restoring the dignity of people with disability. Housing now one way we able for restore the dignity of people with disability. We can get low cost housings na Sierra Leone where therefore don't be an opportunity for let people with disability. So the idea there, we don't generate the conversations. But you know that sometimes they say when those standing have not got their shares. Don't talk about those lying down.
Yeah.
And they say this because even we, the National Commission for Persons with Disability, we office space so tight and cramped that it's unfortunate. But luckily we get the Minister of Social Welfare and the chairperson of the Electoral Commission for visits the commission this week. And I make sure I show them the challenges we get. So the conversation now, how we can get discussion and meet corporate institutions or body them, we're going to help for expand that office for we. Because we won't forget a space society people with disability will get access to internet. Now we facility. We don't go get an open room where they can share ideas and issues. But of course that's not happening. But housing important. So being a one party delegates where they attend the Conference of State Parties on Disabilities, the 19th session na
New
US.
York.
Yes, na New York. So interestingly, I should say I'm the only person who gets visa. But all the only who applied. The minister will get visa, with chief director will get visa. But all other staff members from the ministry where have been technical people not get visa. And me your visa what even get for going to US now 17 days visa they give me. But it's good because we want for go day and I got for go lead some of the side events there.
Okay.
And one part the side event there now sustainable livelihood. We want to look at. So now we develop a video documentary about facilities where through the UN Indian Fund, where the Minister of Social Welfare, the National Commission for Persons with Disability, the Sierra Union on Disability Issue, and the UNDP, they roll out. Before the facilities, what in be did it? Now we would almost complete the facilities. How beneficial that nigga for do to the institutions where we do that Cambia, na Kenema, and at the approved school, how beneficial that nigga for day, and how this ripple effect go benefit other people with disability. So when they do that documentary, for go show up, so people will understand, say, look at what we did with the UN India Fund, and look at how beneficial this would be if we roll this out for other people with disability. That's going to be my major objective for go share this, and housing, livelihood support now one major something we need to go push for.
There's this other aspect of equal opportunities. You know, as I know that thing where you don't share with me a lot. How institutions then go understand, say, if then they recruit, then give equal opportunities to people with disability. Sometimes, like you mentioned, because the institutions they don't get the capacity, the infrastructure, not able to accommodate people with disability. If even person with disability apply and qualify, now one thing and the way they go push them away for, say no, we're not going to able to accommodate you. How do we get that, even with government institutions, before coming to public, to private sector?
So I can tell you the good news that happen, and I go share one good news with you. The Health Service Commission actually shortlist somebody with a speech and hearing impaired. For go to one of the technicians, experts. The person reach out to we. The commission reach out to the Health Service Commission and explain to them, say this person that shortlist, now speech and hearing impaired. And the commission want to provide a sign language interpreter for the person for the interview. And they accepted. They accepted. So we provided a sign language interpreter. This person go through the interview. Look, we get what to call a reasonable accommodation. And like you say, a lot of institutions now want to take the extra step for recruit people with disability. Because we still hold this perception of the charity model where we believe say people with disability know they deliver and not just ignore them and get other person. But I can only say something. Reasonable accommodation, they actually only tell you for tear down in structures. It actually they tell you say, make some adaptations. Take for example, if your office now 2-story and the person you want for recruit supposed to work at the 2nd story, but there are steps. What you can actually do is to create an office space for the person downstairs. Secondly, if the person are visually impaired, the person must not learn skills, maybe get in braille. Now you get adapted computers where they do a lot of work. All you need for doing now for just shift a little bit and accommodate the person. But a lot of institutions don't want to do this. And I can tell people some few things. The Persons with Disability Act say when you employ somebody and the person gets disability during employment, except in a circumstance where we say the person not able to perform the function, you for still keep that person and for do reasonable accommodation. So the question I can ask people, if the general manager of an institution gets a disability along the line when another person sign, and the person now they use wheelchair and then at the 4th floor, what will you do? Well, I go definitely set up a space for make sure say either the person work from home with the advent of internet where COVID left we with and spaces, or would I make a reasonable accommodation for the person downstairs where one, they lost in pay check, 2, they even lost in authority for work with other people. So those are the key things, and with the finance, it's very discriminatory. Last year I write a poem what called Society and Us. And in that poem, I say, when they talk, so when they open, I don't them. And then when people with disability apply, because they're not noticing them, they with disability, when they shortlist them. But the first and the last day when they see them, now for interview. After that, when they even get back to them. These are discriminatory practices and stigmatizing. I think so if we move off as a society, it's so painful. We get people with disability where get the disability with the university. Monsieur Brahma, when we work at the office of the president. Monsieur na university, the way Monsieur gets disability, where he get visual impairment. I talked to one youth activist, Bengali, who be working at radio stations. He didn't at the offices. Bengali, they ready for seats in MPSC. And they get in visual impairment. Monica Yeni Ngaliwa. Monica, not born, because I sabi Monica from where small, because my man an activist. Now be board member of Amnesty International. Monica sharp, good, progressive. Monica, there's school where he gets a visual impairment. And this is what people forget. That we all prone to disability. So we get what to call the war philosophy. It is during the time of peace that you prepare for war. Now we don't get disability, for accept disability, be empathetic, and make provision for people with disability. So when we eventually become somebody with disability where we're all day 1 second away, there's already provisions for them till then day. You know, there was a story about somebody that be asked for help for provide mattresses and bed sheets now with correctional facility. And the person be highly placed in government. The person say, but the one they say for the outside, not get bed spread, not get mattresses and bed spread. And then 6 months after, they arrest this person. And they send them to a correctional center. We go there, ask for bed spread and mattress. And say you be saying, we don't need that. So now the bare floor go lead up. We're not praying that people with disability increase in this country. But with health challenges, especially around stroke, with accidents, other health issues about diabetes and other health status, I do tell you, the population of persons with disability, they increased in this country.
How do you get state institutions before can private sector? We get jury. We get, you meet with the electoral commissioner yesterday. How you they get state institutions then? with them policies, them programs, recruitment, for understand this aspect of, as much as we talk about women, including women in we policies and programs, but also thinking about this community, disabled people. How you they put that as part of the conversation and things same way they happen presently?
So again, at the center, in fact, for GIWI, we don't pull with policy statements. We ask them for GIWI 30% per day, 30% for women with disabilities.
Then 60.
No, GIWI 30% inside the year, 30%
okay.
for women with disabilities. So if you take the 30% as 100, it's like 30%.
Okay, yeah.
But basically, if you do mathematics, we actually talk about 9.5 to 10% for being women with disability. That's the conversation. The opportunity that the tripartite recommendations, 50-52, very clear about making sure vulnerable group of people, including persons with disability, take part in governance. And you don't say we first start from at least 2% and then progressively to 5%. But when you look at the TRC recommendation, it talk about 10% for youth. If 10% of youth they in governance, and we get 10% out of the 10% for youth for people with disability, now good percentage.
Yeah.
Now we get 30% for the women. If we get 30% inside the 30% for women with disability, it's good for us. And part of a position paper will submit to the Electoral Commission. Now these critical issues, equal participation. In fact, as I talk to you, the commission they develop what we call election strategy. And when they move away from pride, with pride vision, we also call our pride 2028. And what does that mean? Now promoting rights, inclusion, dignity, and electoral participation of people with disability. That's our slogan. With pride vision are also pride 2028. That's what we're moving with for elections. So how people go pay attention to these issues? I tell you, say, one of the biggest challenges that we not get a parliamentarian way, not somebody with disability. We get parliamentarians who are actually interested in disability issues. But just like we talk about women's issues, he who feels it knows it. Somebody at the center where you focus now for just get the eye of inclusion, this will help. So we don't write letters to the political parties, the two major political parties, the APC and the SLPP, for get a conversation with them. So that once they do the nomination list, we want to ensure say people with disabilities in winnable seats. I want to make it very clear, in winnable seats are nominated. Because we all know we electoral system clearly divided by region.
Yeah.
You don't go take APC will go that Kedema district or na the Eastern province, go take somebody with disability, put them na their ticket for the East or the South. For another person they win them, go be a challenge. Equally so, the SLPP now will go take somebody with a person with disability, go put them na dead na the North. We know say for another person win that seat, they go be very difficult. With the hope so we'll get a time where we say we'll get an interaction wherein person can get right for up any sign of this country and we're not going to be designed or labeled by a political relationship. That's not the conversation one forgets. We don't get an appointment to the PPRC, where actually they're responsible for register political parties and also receive nomination list. For let it be said, let them use that provisions, the tripartite recommendation provision, as a key provision for qualified political parties for actually register and move on for the 2028 election. This that we advocacy stunts them. But I tell you, we get institutions where they really try. We get NACRA, National Commission, NTRA.
Yeah.
They really
Civil
try.
registration.
Civil registration. In fact, they don't get a convention with the commission about opening up an opportunity for recruits some people with disability. And part of we position paper to the ECSL, not just temporary staff or election staff, but permanent staff. Let them also open up an opportunity. And we're not asking for much. We should not just start with 10% of your staff. If we start with 10% of your staff being people with disability, that's very good. But look at the good thing for private sector. The Persons with Disability Act, I think Section 25, actually say you can apply for tax waiver if you recruit persons with disability. But they're not paying attention. Tax that they kill a lot of institutions now.
Yeah.
But what would they say now that they just recruit somebody as a receptionist and everything? They say if you recruit at least 5% of persons with disability in middle and senior management, then you can apply for tax waivers. It's the opportunity people need for take. One, you got people with disability who they deliver. We know they say lower than your recruitment something. Still look for people who are competent and they are there. I don't argue this several times. I did our radio yesterday where somebody talks say, oh, where are the people with disability in politics? They are there. And they tell you, I don't meet with a group of people with disability from Cambia who are interested in politics.
The political party then get there.
No, but we get groups whether organize themselves na Cambia, na Future here, and above. We're interested in politics, and we're going to work with these groups for show them out. And I don't tell people this government. Maybe the next president I will tell them. Well, once he come in government and tell me, say, give me people with disability, we get skills for sub ministers, I will get over 600. I'm very proud with that because they are there, they are capable, they are educated men, women, young people with disabilities. Where they do very well in a lot of sectors, where they can begin profile all of these people because now one of the things that they also want for the people they know. There's so much people with disability they do. The boy where they work na Orange, their foundation, where they lead the training of people with disability in the IT sector.
The Orange Digital Center.
He's a young boy with disability doing fantastically well. When we hold meeting with the foundation, then tell we say all the orange flowers where they see in the country, now the man and the behind designing that. What you want for talk about capacity for them kind of people then they? They're doing very well. Me also don't know. Me not person with disability, but I don't need Sweden in a lot of fronts. Put this country before. We get Dr. Abs, we get the former executive secretary Kabake Noah, we get Franklin Bangra, we get Elizabeth Carter, we get Masire. There's so many. Get Bashiru the lawyer. Plenty people in this country. If they ask me, I go present them. In 2006, when they campaign for women in governance, they ask me where the woman there. Where government give 30%. Now I tell you, the woman give you 50%. So give us the law and we go produce the people there.
Commissioner, what thing you want to say to we disabled community out there as well? It's important. Whilst you fight for this pride and dignity and set up the institutions them, but also the belief that disability not mean inability. You can do it. You don't need for rely on handouts. You need for capacitate yourself and do it right. As we conclude this conversation, what thing you want to say to themselves out there?
So again, I go to the pride vision. They are one of resilient institutions and resilient persons with disability. Come with a whole lot of energy on ourselves. Then say, we tell the dog, you also get for tell the bone. I mean, conversation I go right around the country. Some of the perception where I talk to people who don't understand people with disability, they say people with disability troublesome. And I ask, what are the number of people with disability in this country? And how do you record troublesome? I think it's that perception people make. We get over 8.something million people in this country. And then if we realistically want to talk about the population of people with disability, when we go around the country, we are actually talking about 800,000 or even more. 800,000 in a population of 8.something million. And then he said them troublesome. Yeah, I tell a story about Abidin Akisi, the compound building next to me. And I've been two brothers and from two step mama. I did over 3 years. Till I come out today, they know they were awake one year and cost my because and this is not to people with disability. So that perception is wrong. But look at what I tell people with disability. Not use disability as a ticket for lawlessness. And I think I push that very strongly. Disability is a ticket for lawlessness. If we want to be equal, people compete equally. We go for demonstrate and show, say, when are people who abide by laws and follow up. But there's also the issue of self-esteem and also you taking the first step. And that's why this year, the commission take upon itself for actually going to the universities and verify students with disability. So we'll give them power because they don't take the first step for go university. We want to give them the authority for benefit from section 14. We'll talk about free tertiary. So we went interacting.
That's one of the critical issues with them. The payments. They can come back and complain, say, then they know they
So the problem with that they get, and identify inside my gap assessment are that, well, once they enact the persons with disability law, we'll not develop regulations where they clearly explain what some of the provisions mean. For example, section 14 says, students with disabilities in tertiary institutions were accredited by government forget free tertiary education. Now they tap. You know explain what free tertiary education mean. So if we get a regulation, if we don't talk say free tertiary education mean, then they buy form, then they pay tuition, then they pay extra charges. But you know they. And that's why the current review of the persons with disability law where they go on, I don't make it as one second step immediately after the law would they move towards getting regulations so they clearly explain the provisions. But the good thing we don't do now that the commission they interact with vice chancellors and universities and help them for understand these provisions. And it has been very good. ABK University vice chancellor was good. Jala University, IPAM and Fobicole recently. So much accommodation when it happen. One thing will be happening, we get to also be very clear. We had a lot of misuse of that provision of people bypassing and they lie. And verification be happen by just sending the list to Freetown and then the commission sign. I changed that. The commissioner goes to the institutions.
You verify.
People, we verify you.
Yeah.
If we get unseen disability, we refer you to site savers or Ministry of Health for help for verify. And by that, I go to be interesting. For example, Jala University, we got a list of over 60 people say that people with disability. They don't go for verify, not more than 30 people will come. The other they call them, they call on phone. They don't come. They say they can later. They do not come.
So they abuse the system.
Exactly. So million administration then should say we know they abuse the system. So we're going there getting the list. But the other thing is that we don't take a decision. No other person writes a letter to the institution except the commissioner signed and stamped. So it only comes from me, and I make it very clear to all institutions. If you see any letter from the National Commission for Persons with Disability, where we say we don't get a cover letter giving instructions for another party, don't accept that letter. It's not coming from us. Now only the commissioner get right and stamp by me on stamp. Okay. So these are the key things we use. So we not certain challenges and day, but we want for strengthening. A lot of things they happen were beneficial. But look, if you not get data, you don't report this thing. You know they happen. Like I talk about what you don't do now. I tell you 48 students at Jala University are benefiting. We get over 70 students at Fobe College who don't verify. Yeah. We get over 30-something students at IPAM who don't verify. We get over 21 students at ET University who don't verify. And they enjoy the facility. The problem just then are that extra charges, then they ask them for pay. But for tuition, nobody is disturbing them.
Okay.
One for share about
well, one for thank you so much because some of the things and then they can reach out to you about. You know, I get one my colleague, I'm sure you don't reach out to. You can do stories around them. And but one for thank you so much for making always say leadership for change institutions. Now the right leadership you forget, and sometimes you don't need to forget all the money in the world. Now compassion. You get passion for what you do and believe say you get the opportunity for serve and one for left a legacy. And in a very short time, that is what you've done with the Disability Commission. And we want to thank you for that. And commit say we always go ready for giving and supporting whatever way we're waiting you to do. And ensure say, we brothers and sisters and live with dignity. It doesn't feel good. You see them around and I get somebody Bartholomew Ide na the school, mass communication school now for a big college. I've known him since we've been the blind school. Smart, brilliant.
I do Bartholomew.
I just wait for the internship time reach like come and can do internship now. Wow. And these are people where you just need to give them the opportunity. They can do better than even we able. But thank you so much, Commissioner. Thanks for your time, and we will continue the conversation, and hopefully the money will continue for camp.
Yes, we'll try. We'll try.
The Commissioner of the Disability Commission, Brahma Sharif, been the talk to me. We end the program now, but we end with the story. Usai the Chief Electoral Commissioner been go work na the commission, for understand what's in the needs and how they go collaborate for ensure say they get disabled people and make the process seamless for them with elections. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to my colleagues from the technical and production team. Thanks to all our viewers and listeners. The Truth Morning Devotion, they return tomorrow. Till we meet back, have a lovely day and continue for Still Truth Media.
As the 2028 elections they draw close, the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities don't point out the plenty challenge them where people with disabilities they face inside electoral process. For address them, the chairman and commissioner, Brahma Abdullah Sharif, don't make 9 recommendation them na them position paper we then present to ECSL as in say, this day in line with the provisions of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, then 2011 Act, and self-recommendations 50 to 52 of the Tripartite Commission, we provide say the Electoral Commission for Salon and other election body them for address the challenges where people where they live with disability they face as full participation and inclusion for they in all electoral process them.
9. Implement recommendations 50, 51 and 52 of the Tripartite Committee report, which call for enhanced accessibility, inclusion and participation of marginalized groups, including persons with disabilities within Sierra Leone.
Part of them call now for make senior electoral management and advisory structures get the representation of the Disabilities Commission, as Brahma Abdullah Sharif add.
8. ensure the representation of the National Commission for Persons with Disability within the senior electoral managements and advisory structures, enabling continuous technical guidance on disability inclusion throughout the planning, implementation, monitoring, evaluation of electoral activities.
Now, the Social Welfare Ministry, outside this engagement been take place, the ECSL chairman and National Returning Officer, Edmond Sylvester Alpha, do acknowledge the issues them where the Disabilities Commission don't raise and don't commit say ECSL fully ready for address them ahead.
Assistive tools and materials, we also came out in the position paper. The Commission within this electoral cycle will review concerns on improving the use of assistive tools and materials for the conduct of the 2028 elections. That is tactile ballot guide and possible introduction of Braille and other audio tactile interfaces. I'm very much highly impressed with the sign language lady we have today.
The ECSL boss same we so say, then serve the work with security body them for provide sober protection for ensure the safety of them inside the electoral process.
We are going to confine ourselves to the policy framework, bring trickling down to procedures we are going to develop in our respective training matters. And even when we are developing those procedures, we work alongside the Persons with Disability Commission and other related institutions to safeguard the interests of not only persons with disabilities, but other vulnerable persons, as the minister highlighted. It will cover not only PWDs, but other vulnerable persons. We have albinos. People have thoughts around them in this country. So it comes across, but be rest assured, we are moving in that direction, and the policy guidelines, the framework we've set, will definitely cover that.
As ECSL and the Disabilities Commission get for sign one agreement after this, Brahma Abdullah Sharif say the participation of people who live with disabilities inside election now one big pillar inside Salon in democratic development and constitutional governance, more where the national and international legal instruments then provide. For Truth FM, Emmanuel Boa the report.